Ugh. Yeah, what up?
So there are outliers, but it doesn't change the overall paradigm that I care about, which is to reduce suffering as much as possible.
Yeah, I think there's a few things being conflated here. So one is about suffering, right? So reducing suffering is something good. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. But then to make the argument from that to in a case where it's better for the environment overall, because remember in the beginning you made an argument about the planet, in which case eating meat would be better for the environment than not eating meat, then there's too many, I think, there's too many layers which need to be separated out. It sounds like
This guy's a retard who doesn't believe in evolution, by the way. And this guy puts a bag over his wife's head.
you're not making a consequentialist argument, you're making an argument from a categorical point of view that reducing suffering is categorically good, and therefore we shouldn't be eating meat, essentially. It sounds like it's not a consequentialist argument.
Would you agree with that? The consequentialist argument a little bit more?
So the consequentialist argument would be that we look at the
Consequentialism is just fucking retarded.
consequences of an action to decide whether it's morally right or wrong for us to impart upon that action. That's a consequentialist point of view. But a categorical point of view is basically saying this is wrong, period. It doesn't matter about the consequences, whether the consequences are negative or positive. So you're switching between the two, and I'm trying to understand, is it that you believe in a consequentialist argument as a veneer underneath which there is a categorical argument, or is it the case that maybe you haven't thought about these things in a more clearer way?
Yeah, I don't know if they're mutually exclusive, to be honest. I'm a little bit confused as to, I think there's a little bit of overlap.
Yeah, I debated this guy. He refused to admit that in his own religious view, God has a mind. I think we were debating, it's basically like moral realism. And, the guy said God does not have a mind. Like, he said the stupidest shit.
Okay, so do you see a contradiction in a consequentialist and a categorical argument being made for the same point?
In what context?
Okay, so if somebody says doing action X is going to lead to more carbon emissions, therefore we shouldn't do action X. That's a consequentialist argument. The flip of that is...
That's not a consequentialist argument.
Not doing action X is going to reduce the carbon footprint, therefore not doing action X is a morally good thing to do. That's a consequentialist argument, right?
Right.
That depends on how you frame it.
Categorical argument would be, we do not do X regardless. We don't care. So these are two different lines of argument, and it sounds like you were making the first one, but it sounds like you're open to the idea.
When am I going to play Mouse PI? Eventually. I don't know. We'll see.
Of consuming meat under certain contexts. So I'm not sure whether you are fully subscribed to the categorical argument or the consequentialist argument.
I think maybe the consequentialist.
How does this guy have so many fucking microphones on? I'm surprised, if they're all on, I'm surprised they wouldn't end up causing interference.
And speaking of mindlessness, VG.
There's been a major crack up over method acting on the timeline lately, mainly because Anya Taylor-Joy addressed why is it that there are...
Can you please do something? This vegan guy keeps teaching young people B12 doesn't exist. Yeah, I know that guy. He's a fucking retard. Why would I give him any attention? Look, if people are so fucking stupid they'd believe a crackpot like that, they deserve to get B12 deficiency and die. I don't fucking care. The guy's a complete retard. You look tan, did you go on holiday? No, I'm taking melanotan.
No female method actors. And
Wait. It didn't change my thumbnail.
Test site beginner dosage? And thoughts on someone doing it with type 2 diabetes.
I don't know why it didn't change my fucking thumbnail. It did that again. Fucking retarded. There we go. Beginner dose, the test sip would be 20 milligrams a day, 140 milligrams a week. And then you just make adjustments from there. Testosterone is good for people with type 2 diabetes because testosterone improves insulin sensitivity, so symptoms of diabetes would likely improve. It also has beneficial lipid changes, so it does reduce ApoB. So that would be another reason why it would be particularly good for somebody with type 2 diabetes. Thanks for the donation, yo. Hope that helps. Thanks for the membership, Vegan Curry.
And this is basically true. You don't really hear about actresses going method. You mainly hear about male actors, and there are many examples of it. Most notoriously, Jared Leto, and also Daniel Day-Lewis, Christian Bale. I think John Bernthal was in the mix, Dustin Hoffman as well. And then after a movie comes out, you hear all of the sordid details of how they dedicated themselves to the character.
Yeah, so first of all, this isn't true. All women do method acting. They just don't say it, but yeah, they all put on an act fucking constantly, everywhere they go. But
and they just embodied it 24/7 to the point where they made everyone around them and everyone working on the project uncomfortable. Jared Leto, for instance, I think this is all confirmed by what other cast members said. When he was playing Joker, he did, in fact, mail Margot Robbie a live rat. He also had henchmen follow him around on set. And at one point, he instructed a henchman to just plop a giant pig carcass on the table in front of people.
So this is just complete bullshit. Women do method acting. Perfect example of this would be Johnny Depp's ex-wife, Amber Turd. Constantly lied about literally everything.
My buddy who's been doing gear, he introduced me to the gear idea and you put the nail in the coffin. He says 20/mg daily is dangerous and 20 milligrams a week is correct dosage. I'm super green to this field.
Your buddy's a complete and utter fucking retard. If you took 20 milligrams a week, you'd just make yourself hypogonadal and get no benefit from it. That's just the most retarded thing I've ever heard. Thanks for the donation, yo. Yeah, so Amber Heard, that's method acting. She constantly put on a lie, like, again, 24/7, everywhere she went. Oh, I was abused. He abused me. I was in fear of my life. Like, again, 24/7, social media, claiming this to her friends, family, the fucking internet, the world. She'd go on fucking interviews and podcasts. Yeah, she was method acting. So women do method acting. It's just, it's usually not for a role they're playing, you know, for a movie. It's just their life.
People working on the movie.
Amber Turd, oh snap. Good one, VG.
All right, well, thanks, Dodo.
movie. And that's a lot of work for getting, 10, 15 minutes of screen time in Suicide Squad. But that is the most notorious example of taking method acting too far, probably as a way to mask your own shitty behavior. But here is Anya Taylor-Joy's take. She thinks that women can't method act because the people around them will never tolerate their antics if they did.
Okay, here, let's listen to this clip. Let's go. Here we go.
Oh, the way I have a visceral feeling from it.
I'm sorry. So society puts up with these lying, deranged, crazy fucking women who try to ruin people's lives and careers with these fake fucking rape allegations. But she thinks nobody around them would tolerate them method acting where they constantly, are in character for a movie role. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Right. That makes sense.
The way that I describe it, so like, if you'll notice, women don't method act because we have things to take care of. Hello? So we can't completely lose our minds. I see.
Things to take care of. So why is it that, like, women expect men to pay for the fucking date if you have things to take care of? Kid boot on it. Let me see.
We offered Candace Owens, I offered her $300.
We'll look at that maybe in a bit. I'm skeptical if Candace is actually still going to do the debate. I feel like she's going to back out. They've been pulling teeth to get her to agree to it to begin with. Thanks, Kid Boo.
Acting is kind of like a controlled psychosis in a way. Huh. You are pretending to be somebody else and having their thoughts 16 hours a day and moving like them and in their house, in their clothes. So there is an element of like having a sister or a roommate check in here for a little bit.
I don't care about the B12 guy. Can you stop spamming fucking chat about that fucking loser? We get it. Oh, it's so harmful that he's spreading misinformation about B12. I fucking get it. You can shut up now.
And I'm just very grateful that the people in my life understand that and know that. Sometimes if it gets a little bit out of hand, they'll call me by the character name and they'll be like, yo, this needs somewhere to go. We need to like, yes, check in again. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I can't imagine keeping it up all the time because again, you're going to work with hundreds of people and it is your responsibility to be good to them and to help them do their best job. If you're too invested in being an asshole, then that's not going to be very fun.
But what if the person you're method acting as is like really fun?
Yeah, what if they're actually a really pleasant person?
I did fun. Michelle Williams, Natalie Portman, Hilary Swank. Those are the women in the list.
Well, the thing about Natalie Portman is I beg to differ since she has said the opposite. She said method acting.
To prepare for the role, she trained for 5 hours. The person who does
had a very.
Who the fuck cares about any of this stupid bullshit?
$100,000 to do a debate.
I have a counter offer. He says $300K. Let's make it $500K. Either Blake Neff or Andrew Colvett or Erica Kirk must publicly claim you first.
I would just say yes to everything. I would just say, okay, sure, yeah, yes to everything. And if TPUSA wants to claim me as one of them, okay, great. Because she's not going to do it anyway. Andrew Wilson, and it's Andy and Candy.
Ah.
So he was back on Joe Rogan, and I highly recommend you go check out the whole.
Their stances, like fleets of them, who are like, we can't wait to debate with you on the flat Earth. It's like on the other side, though, in this particular conspiracy, you can't get these people to debate their positions.
Like who won't debate their
Congratulations, you're banned.
positions? We offered Candace Owens. I offered her $300,000 to do a debate. I was like, we'll give you $300,000.
What is her position? What does she think happened?
She thinks that Israel worked in conjunction with TPUSA and Erica Kirk to murder Charlie.
Based on what?
Well, that's the $1 million question.
Nothing.
Okay. So, and just to be clear, and I don't do this for all these. It ends up being, in my opinion, kind of spectacle. And I think Andrew understands that.
Yeah.
I was offered to debate Candace Owens. It was $30,000 a piece from some third-party debate con or something. I said, sure. And then they said, well, Candace said no. I said, well, she can have mine. I'll do it for free. And then we offered to do it on the show. When she called me out, implied that I was a Fed. No response yet. I'm not going to do it back and forth with a bunch of different terms. And you fly here. And we just like, look, we know how to do this. We're all adults. We used to do this all the time. We don't need to change all the rules.
Yeah, she's probably just going to back out of it still.
Debating feminists.
Oh, pause. You didn't know Manosphere, apparently? Didn't you write a book called Make Him a Sandwich? And didn't you...
Yeah.
Didn't you describe that book as Why Real Women Don't Need Fake Feminism? Did you just do no research? Because here's the thing. You could say, I work in, I don't know, I'm a nautical engineer, whatever it is. I work in aerospace technologies. I've never heard of Andrew Wilson. But if you write a book on feminism...
He says 300K. Let's make it 500K, right? I just have the hunch, this feeling, gut instinct that you're maybe being backed by Turning Point USA or their affiliates in this debate request. It's just, you don't strike me as someone that has 300K lying around for conversation. Also,
Pause. I don't think you have the money, so let me raise it to make it less likely that you can get the money together for the debate. I really want to do it.
Yeah, she has no interest in bidding.
Consequentialist.
Okay, fine.
I was going to say that
Fine. So with the consequentialist...
But that we're talking about, like, I feel like you're mixing up a few things as well, because there's sustainability of it, and that of meat eating. And there are probably some situations where, as I've described, it can be sustainable to eat meat. Maybe just some situations here and there, but they're not part of a livestock production system, and so they're very different from...
So say that again, the live production system?
So at the moment, you've got livestock farming, yeah? And I've got a banner that says, like, livestock farming can never be sustainable. Now, people refute that because they say in certain situations in Australia, wherever it is, in Sussex, you can produce meat sustainably. No, so I'm saying that's not part of a production system.
Yeah, so sorry, I think you misunderstood what I was saying. I didn't say meat was being produced sustainably in Australia. I said it was actually unsustainable because they were having a negative impact on the environment. Now, if you imagine, we let these camels just go wild over the next 1,000 years or whatever, the amount of emissions are going to increase in the earth.
Enough about fucking Charlie already. Charlie, can you hear me? Are you feeling near me? Can I help to cheer you, Charlie? Duh, Charlie, duh, Charlie, duh.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but thanks, Dodo.
And the amount of impact on the flora and the fauna of Australia is going to be negatively impacted, which is why not only camels, but also kangaroos are seen as rodents as well in Australia. I'm not sure if you know about this one. But since we were talking about contexts within which it may be morally right to eat meat, there's something me and Ali were speaking about before, and this is something which I haven't seen vegans speak about. It was actually an incident where a woman was putting her child under a vegan diet, which she probably thought...
It was actually a baby,
18-month baby, right? And it led to malnutrition and the child died, right? So in certain contexts, wouldn't you say it's the morally good thing to do to encourage people to not put their children on these types of diets? Because I don't believe in
yeah, the child died because it wasn't fed properly. It had nothing to do with the vegan diet.
Darwinism, but from a purely naturalistic point of view, they would say, well, we evolved under these conditions to be eating meat, and it's actually...
What was your natural T before gear and after, and what was your beginning cycle?
My testosterone was 550 nanograms per deciliter. I started off on 210 milligrams test sip per week. Split up into daily doses of 30 milligrams, and then that put my total test to 2,220. Thanks for the donation, yo.
They would make that argument that it's actually beneficial for the human being. Now, I believe in a different type of argument, but would you in these cases, like in this case of this baby, would you say that veganism is detrimental to human health?
So the largest dietetic associations in the world, British Dietetic Association, American Dietetic Association.
Like this conversation is going in such a weird fucking direction. It sounds like he's throwing whatever shit at the wall he can and sees what sticks. Like, buddy, you're kind of out of shape. Like, all of his Dawa buddies are out of shape. They're either, like, fat as shit or just weak and frail and skinny.
NHS, these bodies say that if you plan a plant-based diet appropriately and healthfully, you can survive and thrive on a plant-based diet.
But how many people can do that? Because we look at the financial situation as well. How many people can do that? Because, for example,
meat is more expensive, dumbass.
I'll be honest with you, like, I try my best to eat healthy. So I go to certain places and believe me, it's so expensive. It's expensive. I drink oat milk. I don't dairy milk. I try to stay personal. Yeah. So I'm on the side of this one. Yeah. But the thing is, it's
That was a parody of that song by the band The Who. Tommy, can you hear me? By the way.
Okay, I can't listen to that, but thanks, Dodo.
expensive. So how many people can sustain that kind of lifestyle?
There's a couple of different ways of looking at that. So if you look at like the cheapest foods on the planet are actually the healthiest, but also the cheapest. So starches, grains, legumes, rice and beans. Now when it comes to expensive vegan foods, you're talking about like burgers.
Sorry.
You don't need to consume those.
Yeah, so sorry, just to intervene there. Recently went to Mongolia. Mongolia is a huge country with 3 million population. The environment doesn't actually make it sustainable for the population to be eating plant-based diet. They rely heavily upon meat. In fact, I was shocked when I was there because they eat meat every single day. At least.
That is not even remotely true. They have a lot of land that you can only graze cattle, but they import food. So, no, you idiot. The country this guy lives in relies heavily on food imports, too. So, like, what the hell is he talking about?
At least 2-3 times. Like, 2 of their meals at least have meat in them. So, they have actually adapted themselves to be living with yogurt and milk and protein, mainly red meat, not even white meat like fish and chicken and stuff. So, if they were to go under what you just said right now, that they were to take this guideline that actually the plant-based diet is sustainable and you could actually live on it comfortably, they would say, well, our history proves the opposite. Our history proves that one of the reasons that they were able to even expand out as an empire is because they didn't have to rely so much on farming and this type of thing, and the environment didn't suit it. Because this very cold country, I went to this area called Hoft, which is like minus 33 in the winter. Extreme cold, and they don't have fridges. They sacrifice a cow or a camel or whatever, and they just stick it out in the shed, and it's frozen throughout the year. They bring it out, they cut it, and they eat it. So again, from a consequentialist point of view, it'll be morally right for them to promote a meat-based diet as opposed to a plant-based diet.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, if you're in a situation where you need meat out of necessity, then yeah, I'm not got any issue.
Consequential, it's consequentially saying it's all right.
But I'm saying that. One other point though, that's often used as a framework to then undermine plant-based living and veganism in a situation where it's very easy and a sustainable thing to do that.
Yeah, I didn't make that argument. I think that would be fallacious. Yeah. I would agree with you. If somebody wants to live a plant-based diet and someone was to use these examples, you couldn't disqualify their worldview using this. What you could disqualify is if somebody says, this is overall the best way to live. You can challenge that through these types of examples. Yeah, that would be the difference.
You can be a Muslim vegan, by the way.
So does he say you can be vegan?
There is
Like, in only the most technical terms you can. I don't think within any normal vegan's ethical framework they would say Islam is compatible with veganism, because Islam takes away, like, they don't believe in human rights. So you can murder people, enslave them, they treat women as second-class citizens. Like, that wouldn't fit like any kind of modern vegan ethical worldview. Like again, fundamentally, veganism is just a logical extension of human rights. So if you have a religion that denies human rights, like, by definition, it wouldn't be possible to be vegan. Like, yeah, you can live as a vegan, as a Muslim, as long as you don't like kill and rape people. But ideologically, if you look at Islam, it's incompatible with veganism. How much do you spend on steroids? On the doses I'm on right now, for like anabolic steroids specifically, It's like about $150 a month. It might be slightly less, like maybe 140. And the growth hormone I'm on is about 100 a month. Bandit, let me see. Sorry, I didn't see that you said to stop talking about B12 guy. I was behind on stream. Okay, I'll unban you. All right, no problem, dude. You were just going on and on and on about it, and the chat was just getting spammed with it, so. But, yeah, it's no problem, dude. All right, you should be unbanned now. Thanks for the donation.
Nothing that stipulates that says you have to have meat.
So it's a choice, right?
Yeah. It's something that is not stipulated. Where if you don't have a meat, you're not a good Muslim. It's not. But for example, do you have pets?
No.
Okay, if you was to have a pet, like let's say a dog or a cat, would you give it to meat or what would you give it?
Well, it's interesting. There's like some debate on this at the moment. Like with dogs, they're omnivores, but they can.
I have a cat. I feed my cat a vegan diet. He's big, strong, and healthy. I don't know why this is still a fucking controversy, but yeah, there's my cat. He's absolutely fucking massive, by the way. Last time I weighed him, he weighed 15 pounds. I think he's actually bigger now. But he is gigantic. I think I have like one photo where I'm holding him. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's a big-ass cat. Yeah, he's been on a vegan diet for the last little over 2 years since I got him.
Thrive on a plant-based diet, and there's actually research coming out saying that it's a lot healthier. For cats, not no.
Okay, so for cats can't, but dogs can. So imagine
Cats can eat a vegan diet if it's specially formulated.
you had a cat. Would you go and buy meat for it? Like, and would your group or like this what movement you're with, would they be okay with you, or would you be like, I'm not gonna have a cat totally?
I know vegans that have snakes from when they're back in the day before they were vegan, and yeah, absolutely, they like feed the snakes mice and stuff. So
okay, so would that be ethically correct to your worldview that if you had a kitten and that you would have to, or a cat, you would have to go as a vegan and buy the meat, and would you morally would you not feel like?
Yeah, but it's pet ownership's a bit of an interesting one, because vegans are against that. Animals are here with us, here for us, and with pets it's a strange relationship that we've created. But if you're in a situation where before you've gone vegan you have a pet, and of course common sense is you just keep it. So yeah, nobody's going to argue.
So as a vegan, would you advise the followers of this movement to not have like pets? Okay,
That's animal abuse. Long term he lives a shorter life because of this. Specially formulated is nut irons extracted from meat and put into vitamin mix in the vegan cat food.
No evidence vegan cats live shorter lives. Thanks for the donation, dumbass. There's taurine in my cat's food.
Come in. It's based on how you doing, man? One other question I quickly wanted to ask, just so you guys carry on. You know, we talked about Australia.
This fat ass is literally a fucking terrorist, and as soon as anybody says something that he like remotely gets offended by and dislikes, like if you say Islam allows for child rape, he just tough talks like dudes that are way smaller than him. And I've seen him like actually attack people before too. I'd like to see him do that shit with me.
And we talked about, for example, there's excessive camels, etc. How would you? Because you can say the definition of vegan.
You got here okay? You got here okay?
The harm.
You got here okay?
How would you deal with the excessive amount of camels? How would you not slaughter them, but how would you? I'm going to say
reduce their impact on the environment.
Excessive amounts of camels. Maybe don't breed them.
Because they're rodents. So let's say this specific scenario, yeah? So there's a lot of camels. You say there's no predators, therefore they're like rodents, yeah? So how, as a vegan, would you deal with that situation? Yeah. How would you slaughter them? Or not slaughter, I don't want to, like, what would you do to...
Population control.
control.
I have no idea. If that situation happened in the UK, I would maybe repurpose the subsidies. At the moment, we have a subsidy system where most grazing livestock farming systems wouldn't even be sustainable without being propped up by government. So I'd maybe say in those situations, let's repurpose the subsidies and use that to look after the land and the animals and let them die out naturally.
But they're not going to. Sorry, just to continue what you're explaining here, Ali. He gave you an example, and if you change the variables of the example, there's no point giving that example. So the example.
This guy's a fucking retard. He asked him how he deal with it, and he said, "Well, I deal with it this way."
Gun to your head, only one religion can exist. You choose. Which?
The cult of Crom. Yeah, so if only one religion could exist, it'd be the cult of Crom from Conan the Barbarian. Thanks for the donation, yo.
He's giving there is of a natural situation where there's a massive overpopulation problem that's very different to being here where we can subsidize or some sort of policies to reduce the production of these animals. So I think it's better to stick to the example being given rather than change it.
I have no idea. Is the answer? It's a boring answer.
If I was a vegan, I would have to slaughter them. Because looking at because you talked about veganism definition. What's the definition of veganism?
It's the minimization of harm as much as possible.
So I'm going to look at
That's a really shitty definition.
these camels and be like, the fact that they're overpopulated is a harm to themselves, to the environment, and we would have to sort. If there are 20, I don't know, let's say 5 million, we're going to drop to 2.5 million. We're going to have to slaughter them. And not only that, I would want to benefit society as well and send it to people who are they don't have nothing to eat. So that's what I would do as a vegan, because if I use that principle, so I would have to use it and be like, what's the lesser of harm? So many of them. Okay, yes, we want lesser of harm. We don't want to do this, but we have no choice. So if you're taking the consequential worldview, you would have to slaughter them.
Yeah, and you know, no, that makes perfect sense. But you know, we were talking earlier about Mongolia, and just to stick to the example about what's better for human beings. So my friend here, he's actually got Mongol blood. So you probably tell.
As you can see,
this specimen.
Abdul Wahab. Nice to meet you.
So you know, if you were to go to Mongolia and you'd come across specimens like this, right? Probably this height as well.
I would do a U-turn.
I'll do a U-turn, right? But if somebody was to make a, say, as a vegan, you were to go to Ulaanbaatar and you're to speak there to the Mongol people, and you were to make these arguments, from a purely consequentialist point of view, you would fail. You'd have to use an argument from a categorical point of view, not consequentialist point of view. So how would you do it? How would you convince someone like him, who obviously loves eating meat, like why not to eat meat and why to eat plant-based diet?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Okay.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
But if I'm meeting him on the streets of London, I'd say, where do you live? Are you here for a week, or do you live here?
No, I'm from LA, so I'm just visiting.
Oh, you're just visiting. Yeah. Cool. And I would say, did he know that a plant-based diet can do X, Y, and Z? If he then says, I'm going back home in a certain situation, I wouldn't make that argument. I'd just stay away from it. Okay. And it's a boring debate topic for you, because I know the
vegans that I've met are categorical. Like the vegans that I've met before, it's quite interesting.
Yeah, you're quite balanced.
Yeah, some of them are just categorical. Like, no, at all.
I don't think we disagree on much.
Yeah, I think we agree on much because you're consequentialist and saying if this happens, we can do.
Yeah. Some of the.
I don't time GH around my meals. There's not really any point in doing that. It doesn't matter. So, like, I'll have dinner, and generally, like, maybe 5-ish hours later, give or take, I end up going to bed. And then that's when I take my growth hormone. You can eat and take growth hormone right after you eat. Growth hormone doesn't reach peak concentrations in your serum until about 3 hours later anyway, so like the food's kind of digested and out of your system by then. Using GH fasted and doing fasted cardio, like it does switch your body's metabolism to relying on fat for energy. I've tried using growth hormone in the morning to get that lipolysis effect. It makes a small difference. You do notice a bit more weight loss, like fat loss from it. The problem is it makes you super fucking sleepy. like growth hormone really knocks you out. So you have to have like a pretty good tolerance to it in order to use it like that to begin with. And again, there's a lot of reasons why it doesn't really make a ton of sense to do that. Like, for one thing, it's not a particularly potent fat burner. It doesn't make a huge difference. So you're probably better off using something like clenbuterol or T3. That's going to basically work immediately. And that's also cheaper too. With growth hormone, again, you're not going to get peak serum concentrations of growth hormone until several hours after you take it. So like if you wake up in the morning, inject growth hormone, and then do fasted cardio, it's not even until like 2 or 3 hours later that you're even going to have peak concentration. So like it's kind of pointless. Like it does switch your body's metabolism more to lipolysis. So you are still getting those lipolysis benefits, but I don't think it really does anything if you just inject growth hormone and then do fasted cardio right away. You're getting a benefit just from taking the growth hormone, not really doing fasted cardio along with it. Since hopping on, have you noticed any accelerated balding? Nope. I haven't noticed any additional recession at all.
Why does every Muslim go to violence in disagreement? I remember talking to this dude in high school who was Muslim and was questioning kill all non-believers, and the look in his eyes looked like he wanted to kill me but just said people misinterpret.
They're trained to do that. It's literally in their holy book that you need to kill non-believers, so it's just what they do. Thanks for that donation, Chief.
The vegans are a bit, I would say, extreme, because they would say under any circumstances eating meat is immoral. So you're definitely not making that argument.
That's in the context of their world, and that's true, you know?
What do you mean? I don't.
Well, they're talking about this from a common sense point of view in their world, in their life, and everybody they've met around them in 99+% of the population around the world. So, you know, it does hold true most of the time. Like, we can pick these outlier events.
No, but
the fact that they're not common.
But there's a problem here. They're making a categorical argument, and they're going by, say, 99%. If 99% was correct, and it's not. I have some evidence to show that it's not correct. But that wouldn't be a categorical argument. That would be a consequentialist argument. Now, when it comes to a place like Mongolia, or say East Africa, a place like, say, Somalia. Somalia, you don't have a lot of vegetation, but people eat a lot of lamb, and they're herders, and they rely a lot on livestock, right? From their perspective and the perspective of the Mongols, and I would say the perspective of a lot of people not in the first world, a plant-based diet is not the most nutritional thing and the most economical thing that you can do from a consequentialist point of view. Maybe this is just for the Western world, a plant-based diet. You know, it doesn't. If you were to go to, say, a place like Nepal, a place like Philippines,
Usually very plant-based when they're a lot healthier.
Well, you would find actually people, they rely heavily upon animals and milk, and like milk is such.
My understanding of it, is there are some situations where you are right.
Right.
This is like saying we can't get rid of slavery because we rely so heavily on slavery. It's like okay, well, you don't need to enslave people.
Of course, just there are probably some situations where, like, there's a plane crash in the US and they're in the middle of nowhere, they had to eat meat out of necessity. Again, nobody's going to say you've got to have a vegan diet.
But
let me make my point.
Sure,
right?
sure.
You're using those examples to create the sense that veganism is just for the Western world. Most places, 99.99% of places, what I'm saying holds true. And
see, I don't agree with that. See, the reason why I disagree, sorry, Klaus, was it? Yeah. The reason I disagree, Klaus, with the example of the airplane crash is that is a true outliner condition, right? I mean, look, for example, as a Muslim, I can't drink alcohol, but if I'm thirsty and I'm about to die, I can. That's an outlier condition. But when it comes to the diet of the...
So, by the way, that's fucking horseshit. If you talk to any imam where, like, you're gonna die if you don't drink alcohol because it's the only fluid source, they're not gonna say, yeah, die.
the Mongols, like I explained, or like in Nepal and the Philippines, people drinking milk. These types of things are not outliers. They are large regions of the world. And this is perhaps why plant-based diet and this type of narrative, it doesn't really take off except in the Western world. I mean, why is it, through social media, these ideas are everywhere all across the world. Why is it that they only really take hold in modern Western societies as opposed to other parts of the world, which is not the majority of the world?
Because they're uneducated backwoods idiots.
Well, I think in Asia, the longest lived populations historically consumed a predominantly plant-based diet.
Where would you say?
In China, read the China stuff.
Chinese people eat pigs, they eat
now
chicken.
They do, dogs as well. Now they do, yeah, but traditionally that's just a small condiment. And the main diet was starches, legumes, grains. And so, when you look at Asia or the West, wherever you want to look, sure, there might be outliers, predominantly.
No one's saying we eat meat all the time. Everywhere, you eat meat in small quantities or else, you get heart disease, you get all these types of things. But it is an extremely important food for your development. The vegans, I had a debate with this.
Based on what though?
Well, based upon the fact that human beings, if they replace meat-based products with plant-based products, there's two issues. The first issue is...
How do you respond to the argument that vegan bodybuilders cause more unnecessary harm because they eat more than they need to? Who cares? That would be my argument. Why would I give a shit?
In a local issue, in a localized country like, say, Mongolia, you won't be able to live and survive on a plant-based diet if you're in an environment like that. Maybe Ukraine you can, right? Maybe in a different fertile part of the world. The second point is, from a nutritional point of view, what I've heard most vegans talk about the nutritional argument. I think those arguments that are being made, they are not as scientifically strong as people try and make them to be. So from your perspective, what would be the nutritional argument for a meat-based diet?
For a meat-based diet?
Sorry, for a plant-based diet.
Plant-based diet. Three things. Big picture, if you look at the correlation-based data, things like the China study, which I mentioned before, the longest lived populations historically consumed a predominantly...
I don't know why you'd mention the China study. The Adventist health studies would be more relevant.
Plant-based diets. Already the evidence...
But that's not vegan, though.
It's not 100% vegan, you're right, but it's already going in that direction, right? Then
No, wait. Okay.
Oh, yeah, let me answer your question. There isn't, then.
Okay, there
studies, yeah. Even when you reverse heart disease on a plant-based diet, look at Dr. Dean Ornish's research. They have a tiny amount of dairy.
Okay,
Dean Ornish didn't actually demonstrate heart disease reversal. He only demonstrated a reduction in event rate.
Not actually that much data from control correlation-based data based on populations that mean exclusively vegan.
Sure. So let's stick to the China study.
There's a clip in Tiffany Sam's I Got Last Place video where she accidentally shows her asshole. It's so hot.
That's nice. Thanks, King Charles.
You said they were headed in that direction, and I have a flight to catch, so I have to head off. But the point I wanted to make was, when you say they're headed in that direction, now I may consume iron, zinc, calcium, potassium, and that may be 1% of my diet, which helps me function, but that doesn't mean I'm headed towards a zero potassium, zero calcium, zero iron-based diet. So I think the way you said that they were headed in that direction, I think is logically it doesn't follow.
The less alcohol you drink, the less likely you are to die. That doesn't mean drinking zero alcohol is good for you. Like, it's fucking retarded. Again, you can look at the Adventist health studies. The vegans had the best health outcomes.
I'm just saying a pattern of eating is really healthy, and it's a plant-based pattern of eating. You're right. None of these studies are exclusively vegan, but no.
Yeah, there are. The Adventist health studies and the Oxford vegetarian cohort dealt with strict vegans.
Everybody's lived in 2023. We live in a strange world. Things are changing really quickly, right? Where even the animals that we eat are supplemented. So, we've got a choice.
Yeah.
Right?
But did you see why I saw your example as a disanalogy? The China study, I would say, doesn't support your worldview. It supports my worldview, which is that people have throughout history, and in this case, the healthy people, they've had meat as part of their diet, even if it's been 5%, 10%, whatever it was.
But is that a justification for continuing it?
This guy is genuinely dumb.
It depends on the worldview you come from. So, for example, if you come from a consequentialist worldview, yes. If you come from a categorical worldview, perhaps no. But then it goes back into worldviews. And that's why we were having this conversation earlier. Where do you actually come to the debate from? Because nobody comes without assumptions. Nobody comes without paradigms. No one comes without some inbuilt idea, some worldview from which all the data is colored. But I need to head off now.
Great.
It's great speaking to you.
That was a really, really dumb debate. All right, sick mind of EDP.
For everybody watching this documentary, I want you guys to take away and come away with, I am not what the fuck they say that I am. I'm a strong ass motherfucking soldier, and none of you fucking faggots can break my ass because I'm still standing, bitch.
If you haven't got problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a bitch.
This guy is a morbidly obese child predator. Man, for him to say that.
Main one. Tip my hat to the sun in the west. Feel the beat right in my chest.
Breaking news. YouTuber EDP 445 caught trying to meet a child for sex. Coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
I'm with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. I just want to let you know.
See this shit right here, dog? See, this is the shit you have to watch out for, man. You got motherfuckers, shit, little young ass high school motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Little fucking fags and shit. I mean, let's be fucking real. Like, you know, like people, you know, guys, you know, they think about, you know, fucking the shit out of a 15-year-old, 16-year-old. Oh man, that bitch walking down the street. She's in high school. She's hot as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think most dudes think about fucking underage kids.
Now, mind you, my shit gets put out there. You feel me? But let's not get the game fucked up just because I think a certain way.
What are your thoughts on her being way better off without you and you being way...
Doesn't mean other people don't think the same way that I think. You know, motherfuckers just don't know who you are, and your fucking ass just ain't getting exposed on the internet. You know what I mean?
Every day, there's a new person.
Like, by the way, didn't he think that he was talking to like a 12-year-old or something? Or was she slightly older, like 13 or 14? And then he's talking about average dudes wanting to bang like 15 or 16-year-olds. Like, none of this makes any sense.
That gets exposed for some type of sexual contact with a minor. Whenever it happens, we're all like, oh, what was he thinking? Why would he do that? But you never hear why. They never say why. They don't say anything, or they disappear, or they act like it didn't happen. And so as uncomfortable and fucked up as this documentary
No, I don't eat maple syrup.
It actually answers that question.
Holy fuck, this guy's a creep.
He is indeed. Thank you, Dodo.
Like, he went to that place to have sex with a 13-year-old.
Definitely viewer discretion is advised. Dude's a perverted dude.
He sent me videos of him masturbating.
So what advice would I give to EDP 445? And I'm sure you're going to be watching, sir, and I would tell you this if you were in my office. You need to stop doing this documentary.
On sexual assault of a minor. Why do you think you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old?
I mean, the reason why I wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old is already fucking clear. Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know?
Is EDP 445 a pedophile? Yes, I believe he is.
I don't give a fuck if you're a minor. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, she's just a girl. You can't be doing that shit. Bitch, you gotta die.
It's just, the dude is a monster. Like, an actual, straight-up, honest-to-God monster.
This is one of those moments in YouTube history where everybody saw this.
445 situation.
And now this?
You know, Mutahar has got to be one of the worst people to interview for this documentary. That guy is one of the dumbest lying fucking hypocrites I've ever seen. He was criticizing people for watching hentai because hentai has a tendency to portray very young girls, and he made the suggestion that if you watch hentai, you're kind of into children. During a live stream, Mutahar was asked what his favorite hentai was. I can't remember the specific name, but the plot of his favorite hentai involved the society where if girls didn't get good enough grades in school, they get taken out of school and get turned into rape slaves. And this is the guy who is moralizing about how people who watch hentai have poor moral character and they have a tendency towards pedophilia. And then Mutahar's favorite hentai is raping high school girls. Okay.
With a 15-year-old girl?
Mm-hmm. You know what? This guy would make a great horror movie villain. I'm EDP, and I'm going to rape you.
He'd kind of have to get in shape first, though. Because, like, he wouldn't be able to chase you. Thanks, Dodo.
He doesn't care that he's gonna commit a crime.
You don't give a fuck how old she is. You're just trying to get your fucking nut in.
13-year-olds, 14-year-olds.
Oh, well, he was talking to 13 and 12-year-olds. Fuck on that.
But now you're gonna tell me the next documentary my film's gonna do is this guy EDP.
Ain't that pussy? Boom, boom, fucking fuck! Am I a pedophile? Fuck no. You're to me a 15-year-old.
I want to take full responsibility for my actions. 2 years ago, you were calling it's my ass, man.
I would say EDP is completely innocent.
He's a genuine, great guy. He really is.
No, it's me.
Alright. So, again, so what brings you out here today? Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake. Correct. Life right now is pretty great. I can honestly say I have not talked to a single fucking minor on any social media platforms. I have 2 great paying, well-loving jobs. My health is, pretty fucked up, but I'm doing whatever I can to try to, take care of myself. And the only thing that we can continue doing is just continue to try to push forward,
In this document.
Dude, food is so expensive now. I don't know how somebody like this can stay fat. Like, it makes sense when he was a big YouTuber and he could, like, buy whatever he wanted. This guy is broke now. How the fuck can he stay this fat? Like, what the hell?
Documentary, we show blatant proof and evidence of you committing multiple crimes against children. What do you have to say to that?
Plead the fifth.
When did you realize your life was so...
I was born in Los Angeles, California, in Compton Hospital. My childhood was pretty great. I had 2 great, loving, caring parents. So my first ever Eagles game was November 30th, 1997. What really made me fall in love with them was actually the logo on the helmet. And
have you heard of the Indian students protesting in Alberta because their postgraduate work permits were denied? Do you feel for them?
We will be sitting for the hunger strike until MLA or MP will come to us.
Around 100 international students are demonstrating here in Northeast Calgary over what they call unfair rejections for postgraduate work permits, and they're calling on the government to act. Why a hunger strike?
Well, this is just, I get where they're coming from. Yeah, they were basically promised that if they graduated school, they'd get a work permit and then have a opportunity for permanent residence. But the liberal government just let in the floodgates for fucking immigration. Like, it was just fucking out of this world insane. And these more conservative municipalities, they don't want any of this shit. So, yeah, this happened. But, like, on top of that, a lot of these student visas are just completely fraudulent as well. So, yeah, whatever. Them's the breaks. They have a right to protest and everything, but once their visa's up, they have, like, they technically don't have to leave. There's not really any mechanism in Canada to force people who overstayed their visas to leave, so a lot of them are just going to stay and, like, stay here illegally. It's fucking retarded. Thanks for the donation, RV. Dodo. The fuck is this shit?
Junk food is cheaper. $7 gets you a little Caesar pizza, 2k calories. Add a bag of chips and a soda to that, 3k calories, under $15. Oh, and don't forget government assistance. Rent assistance, EBT, unemployment. Welcome to California.
Yeah, I don't know if he's on any assistance. Like, still, dude, like, if you're not making much money, that could very easily be like 2 hours of work for you just for that. And like, to get that fat and stay that fat, like, he has to be eating a lot more. I don't know. Thanks, yo. This is like fucking retarded. AOC declines to endorse Democratic Socialist Hong for Wisconsin governor, saying her only focus is winning back Congress. Can't stand another communist woman taking the spotlight. Yeah, basically. Woman.
You know, I went to Palestine. Do you know that?
Mashallah. I haven't been there yet. I don't think I could tolerate the.
It changed my mind a lot. Like, I used to be quite pro-Israeli, and I got my mind changed when I went there.
Yeah, subhanAllah.
I put my money where my mouth is. I can't lie. I went there. I went to, like, I went to, like, the Gaza border, dude.
Okay.
And, like, dude, it's so dystopian. Like, when I went to, like, the West Bank, like, I tried to, like, support, like, as many local businesses as I could, but, like, dude, like, it's so, like, all the checkpoints and all.
Yeah. I reckon they'll just mess me about if I go. Proper mess me around at the airport and everything. I will go, inshallah, one day. I'll be honest with you. I think after what's going on now, I know with your home country, I think it's the end of Israel, personally. I don't think they can survive as an entity if this continues the way it's continuing. Because it all...
That is the most retarded shit I've ever fucking heard. They're clapping cheeks.
All it takes is their desalination plants to go, and that's it. They've got no water. And there's no way are those European Jews going to queue up for water. They're going to...
You know it smells crazy at that protest.
Yeah, likely. The camera that I use now, I bought from some Indian girl. She was living near the university campus in downtown Toronto. She smelled so bad. Thanks for the donation, dude. This is what happens when you don't hire Jewish lawyers. He's finding out.
Welcome back. New York City homeowners have filed a lawsuit against Mayor Mamdani to delay the pied-à-terre tax, saying the rollout hasn't been executed properly and puts an illegal burden on property owners. Oral arguments are happening this afternoon. Joining us now, the plaintiff's attorney, Deckert partner Randy Mastro. He also served as first deputy mayor under Eric Adams, is a former acting mayor of New York City, and previously served as a former assistant U.S. attorney and former deputy chief of the civil division of SDNY. Welcome, Randy. It's good to have you. So just to be clear, this lawsuit is not about the pied-à-terre tax itself. It's about how it's been rolled out?
It's about the rollout. The mayor wanted to grab a quick headline about this surcharge that he asked for in the first place. He got his headline, but he broke the law in the process. The state statute authorizing his administration to implement the surcharge is very clear. The city has to make individualized initial determinations. That's the words in the statute. initial determinations that the tax applies to particular residences. Didn't do that. Instead, in blunderbuss fashion, put out a roll of 900,000 plus New Yorkers that it said relate to the surcharge, and then sent 17,000 of them notices that it may be.
They did this for one reason. They're hoping that they just collect more tax revenue for people who just aren't really on top of their taxes. That's it.
Be subject to the surcharge. That's just illegal.
Right, including most people who it's their primary residence.
Maybe he's just ordering takeout or secretly robbing banks.
It's definitely not robbing banks. I don't know. Fat people are just special. They find a way to just be fat no matter what. Thanks, Dodo.
That's correct?
Correct. I got one of those notices. I was first deputy mayor, legally had to live in the city until, and I've lived in the city for 40 years and paid city taxes for 40 years. Thousands and thousands of people got these letters, and instead of the city carrying its burden of reviewing files, including tax records, and making a determination who's actually subject to the surcharge, they tried to switch the burden.
Yes.
Some of this is insane. Like, $5 million for a home in New York isn't that much. And like condominiums, again, 1 million or more. Like for New York, that's not that much.
To property owners to have to prove they live in their own homes. That's wrong, that's unconscionable, and it's illegal.
Yeah, and I'm sort of wondering.
If he was a woman, he would say he's fat because he has low thyroid. Oh yeah, guaranteed. Also, are we ever going to watch the Sam Harris video? Yeah, at some point. Maybe tonight. Thanks, Ditto. Like, that is the dumbest excuse, by the way. Like, if you have low thyroid, then why aren't you on thyroid medication? Thyroid medication is pretty cheap, by the way. Like, and if you're diagnosed with low thyroid, you live in the States, either your insurance is going to pay for it, so it's free, basically. You're not spending any extra, or they'll cover like 80% of the cost. So you're spending like $5 a month on thyroid meds. So like, it's the dumbest fucking excuse.
Like why they did that. Is it lazy, or is there something more sinister here where they're really, from a socialist mayor?
Who am I kidding? A guy as fat as him would never be able to outrun the police anyway.
Dude, that guy could wear, like, he's so fat, like, you'd immediately know it's him. Like, just nobody has body proportions like that. There's no way to ever get away with robbing a bank. Thanks, Dodo.
Are trying to exacerbate class warfare and expose people.
Well, it definitely exposed people because it published lists of their names, addresses, and property values and subjected them to unwanted scrutiny and press. But it's also the case that whether this was out of negligence or laziness or intentionality, because the city administration is trying to ensnare people into having to pay the tax, the notices they got say, you may be subject to the tax, but you have to apply for an exemption. And if you prove to the city's satisfaction, then
Keto is king. Doing it vegan is harder but can be done. With meat is preferable. Life-changing, natural enhancement. The benefits of ketosis cannot be denied. Used to be vegan, got fat, diabetic and was f***ed. Went keto with meat. Amazing. Stabilized sugar.
and you don't have to pay the tax. But if you don't apply, or you don't prove it to the city's satisfaction, you're going to be charged the surcharge. Now,
it's fucking stupid. Mom Donnie is just going to make New York even more broke than it already is. Do you think coenzyme Q10 supplements are worth taking for cardiovascular health? They do absolutely nothing for cardiovascular health, and coenzyme Q10 is a very expensive supplement. A lot of the time, coenzyme Q10 supplements are also faked. They're massively underdosed. Like, again, it's a very expensive supplement, so you can't just go to like the store and expect any coenzyme Q10 supplement you buy is actually going to be real. They're usually underdosed. So it doesn't do anything for cardiovascular health. I know some people who are on statins, they do say they get a benefit from it. That's not for cardiovascular health, though. It has to do with how statins are metabolized, and it can lower coenzyme Q10 levels. But it's not worth taking for, like, you know, vast majority of people.
How pissed off the actual logo looked. And from that point on, I was like, fuck it. That's the team that I'm going to follow. My favorite memory as a kid growing up was Monday nights, me and my sister would do our homework, and then at around 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, we would get ready to watch Monday Night Raw is War, like fucking wrestling and shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, we had a great time growing up, you know? So my favorite memory growing up was probably just getting ready to watch wrestling.
So Mamdani doxed all the millionaires in the city and is illegally forcing them to pay a tax unless they prove their residence isn't their second home, but people like Density say he doesn't think we need to worry about Mamdani.
Yeah. His whole logic behind the, like, you know, retard commie Muslim thing, it just makes no sense. He fearmongers about Christian nationalism and then says, oh, Muslims aren't a big deal. Well, it's like you have a problem with religious radicals basically being a political force in the country, and your solution to this is to allow in people who are even more religiously radical and have an even greater motivation to incorporate religion into politics and society. Like, it's just so stupid. Thanks, Dodo. Let me see. The fuck is this stupid shit? I don't know what the fuck this has to do with anything.
So today, Iran put out a new Lego video, and one of our own is in it. And so this one, it feels like an official one. I don't know which ones are official, or, but we can show. Word, they killed the kids, killed.
So they're proud that the Islamic State of Iran is in ideological alignment with them. The Young Turks are so fucking stupid. Yeah, looks nice.
You know, judging by the kind of guy EDP is, it's creepy that they hired child actors to play him.
I have never
Kind
slept
of, thanks,
with my
Dodo.
girlfriend. Yes, you heard that right. Kate and I have separate beds and separate homes. Should you do the same? Here's the data. A study of 55 couples found about 6 partner-triggered awakenings per night. But the science is split. A separate study of 12 couples found that sleeping together came with about 10% more REM sleep and tighter sleep stage syncing between partners. However, the data varies by sex. One study shows that women sleep measurably worse with a partner in bed, while men report sleeping better. Hell yeah, man. That said, in a survey of 1,000 adult couples who slept together report sleeping better overall, less insomnia, less fatigue, and better mental health. The catch is that this was
Keto does not result in faster fat loss.
self-reported. So happier and healthier people may just be more likely to share beds. So should you sleep alone or together? It depends. For some
Okay. Those are pretty good cats.
Remember when President Donald Trump encouraged an uprising from the Iranian people?
Ketosis provably does result in fat loss. It also balanced my sugars within 3 weeks.
Ketosis does not cause fat loss. Being in a caloric deficit causes fat loss. Thanks for the donation, dumbass.
People against its own Iranian regime. We quickly saw in response protests as the president vowed to help. We're 5 months now into the war and hearing from Iranians themselves about that very promise. Let's go live to New York Times Iran correspondent Yegina Turbati.
What do you mean by keto works? Works for what? Like you people are retarded.
So you've written about those promises by President Trump saying he's broken those promises to the people of Iran. Is that the sentiment there on the ground in Iran?
That is certainly what people who we interviewed told us.
Okay, great. Yeah, whatever.
What I loved most about wrestling growing up was I love the bad guys. My favorite wrestler growing up, I would probably have to say was like Triple H, you know what I mean? Because Triple H was a fucking piece of shit. Like, he did what the fuck he had to do to get to the top, and he didn't give a damn who he fucked over. He didn't give a damn how you felt about him. Like, take a hammer, bash your fucking brains out, cool, fuck it, take his title and leave. What's this? I always loved the bad guys, you know? After a while, the whole, you know, typical bullshit where it's like, you know, come out and save the day, you know, nobody gives a fuck about that shit, you know what I mean? Like, we want to see like some villains. I really connected with villains because they just did a lot of foul and fucked up shit. Without villains, you wouldn't have a storyline. For me, I just felt like, you know, the villain was more important than the fucking hero, basically, you know what I mean? So in high school, I tried to talk to girls here and there, but it just wasn't fucking working. More specifically, I tried talking to Martha. She basically led me the fuck on. She let me hug her. She even held hands with me. Low-key, she was talking to somebody else. When she broke it off with me, I was so hurt. I went home. I ran up the stairs. I was crying in my fucking room. Head in my fucking pillow. I was legitimately fucking hurt. Like, I felt crushed inside, you know? With Martha, it basically showed me women ain't shit, and they will play you, they will fuck you over, and won't even fucking think twice about it. Finishing up high school, my mindset with women was, all right, cool, fuck them, who gives a shit? Shit, after high school, I got this job.
This dude has a really fucking pathetic beta male mindset. Oh, a girl didn't like me. All women are evil.
I'm working at Walmart, got fired within a month. Then the YouTube channel happened. I remember sitting down one day and I wanted to make a porn-related YouTube name. And so I'm just sitting.
Dodo. Why does it always start, like, at the bottom?
This would be the first thermal energy system of its kind in any American transit system. A historic feat that would not only help the city to save money and limit steam consumption, but help us mitigate the extreme.
You know, I really wish these wrestlers would just bet the shit out of EDP.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, one of them should. Thanks, Dodo.
Level of heat in our subway stations. Through both.
Hey, who the fuck cares about this?
Money to convince an AI model.
What am I supposed to... I'm not watching that for 30
New York
minutes.
City centers facilitate the use of heroin, crack, and other hard drugs. The question is, does it help address America's drug problem? You walk in through the front door, you register, and you go wait your turn to go into the back room. There are tourniquets that you wrap around your arm, sterilized needles.
You grab their favorites, they pick everything, they give it a booth.
If you're diabetic and severely obese, 1000% keto is the way to go. There's no evidence that a ketogenic diet is particularly good for treating type 2 diabetes. So, That's nice, dummy.
Assign the booth. Once they go in the booth to use, that's their private time. We don't really pay attention.
Yeah. There's also a smoking room in the back. When I visited, there were people smoking crack in that smoking room. You're supposed to stay inside the...
Okay, whatever. Why are you sending me these fucking links?
Why can't they do that? Well, I'll talk to you later.
Says hello to the mailman.
Kobe. Good baby. Who's a big boy?
That's nice. Thanks, Dodo.
In there, I literally just got off of fucking Pornhub, I swear to God. And I went on YouTube, I clicked on create an account, and it said, what do you want your username to be? And I'm like, I typed in, eat that pussy, right? And I was like, well, I gotta come up with some type of numbers, you know what I mean? At first I started, eat that pussy 555. Doesn't fucking sound right. Sounds fucking stupid, you know what I mean? Eat that pussy 926. I'm just like, nah, it's fucking dumb. I got up, I went to go weigh myself. At that current time, I was 445 pounds. And I'm like, there it is. Eat that pussy 445.
Dude, he's so fucking fat. I'm surprised he had a scale that could go up that high.
All of my anger leading back from middle school, high school, getting rejected by women, it just came the fuck out in that one goddamn video. I was fucking heated.
Diabetes is caused by a set of genes. I think they've identified 8 genes responsible for causing type 2 diabetes. And if you have those genes present, then diet and lifestyle will basically further activate those genes and cause type 2 diabetes. You can find plenty of people who are ridiculously morbidly obese and are not diabetic. It's just because they lack the genes for type 2 diabetes. But we know saturated fat directly impairs insulin sensitivity. We also know that high body fat, especially a high degree of visceral fat, also causes diabetes. But yeah, it's genetic in origin, and then diet and lifestyle only increases your risk.
Once I started uploading more, and people started sharing my videos a lot more, this shit blew up. From that point on, my subscribers just started increasing and increasing and increasing, and before you knew it, I had close to 4 million subscribers. For the first time in my life, I felt a sense of accomplishment. You know what I mean? It was a great feeling. It was really amazing. Yeah, so I mean, at the current point in time, even at the peak of my YouTube channel, I was still a virgin. I didn't have any self-confidence to talk to girls. It's like you come home to all this shit, man. You got a nice ass fucking Acura MDX up in the parking lot, brand new 2021 Hyundai Elantra, nice ass house. You got fucking over 120 grand in the fucking bank. No pussy at all. Jacking off, watching porn. Calling.
Yeah, that's because you're fat. I can only imagine he's pretty fucking intolerable too. Like Boogie can get women, but like this guy is just gross and intolerable. Dodo, you're supposed to see that Elon Musk said he loves China and recommends people to visit, and that link also.
Today, it's the fight against the AI data centers. Across the country's communities are standing up to the tech giants like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Oracle, XAI that are building these enormous data centers that consume vast amounts of electricity.
Oh, you mean like in China, but you never mention how China should get rid of their data centers.
Water, and they're also receiving billions in tax breaks and public subsidies. And you know what's remarkable about this movement? It isn't partisan. It's Democrats, Republicans, independents. It's farmers, ranchers, environmentalists. They're all joining forces to say our communities are not sacrifice zones for big tech. And in many cases, they're winning. Nashville is a great example of how a grassroots coalition of neighbors, environmental advocates,
Notice how these are all middle-aged and elderly women. So these people are just fucking recruited, basically.
And this, my friends, is the inspiring villain origin of this fat man of darkness.
Yes, thanks, Dodo.
advocates. And the Nashville Zoo, yes, the zoo, fought a proposed data center that was going to be next to the zoo. More than 500,000 people signed.
Why are we watching this boring stupid documentary about someone nobody cares about? This is old news. Can we stop watching this? It's all so horrible and they use AI-generated clips to represent him at different ages.
That's nice, thanks.
This is horrible,
And they pushed
move
the
on.
local council to stop the project. In Prince William County, Virginia, managed AI.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Fucking dumb old bitch.
This is the most refreshing noodle
I'll look at that in a minute.
dish ever. Frozen tomato salmon noodles topped with spring onions, chili oil crisp, and toasted sesame oil. And of course with a generous amount of sliced cherry tomatoes. It's always so hot and humid where I live, so these noodles were perfectly tangy, refreshing with a hint of spice. I actually prepared this using Ninja slushy machine by blending tomatoes with mirin, soy sauce, agave, and mushroom seasoning and mixing that with water before pouring that into the slushy machine. This gave me the perfect ice cold frozen tomato slush, which was the perfect base for these noodles. If you don't have a slushy machine, that's okay. Just freeze sliced tomatoes overnight and blend the mixture with a small amount of water. While that's preparing, boil your salmon noodles. All you have to do is dispense the frozen tomato onto a plate, top with noodles and your toppings. This method is also
gross.
perfect for hosting, so you can dispense
That looks gross. Oh, Kyle, the communist Jew hater.
Here's some of the bigoted attacks that they're waging against Abdul. Mike Rogers immediately came out after Abdul won. What did he say? Quote, I spent years hunting terrorists and bringing Osama bin Laden to justice. Never in a million years did I think that I would be running against someone who believes America deserved 9/11.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Hassan, Mr. America Deserved 9/11.
Hey, asshole, you're supposed to be a little subtle with your Islamophobia and your bigotry. You're not
Oh, Islamophobia. He's literally hanging out with Hassan, America Deserved 9/11
supposed to be this brazen with it, right? So why is he saying this? Well, number one, because he's Muslim. That's why he's saying this. Number two, he campaigned.
He is hanging out with Hassan Piker. By the way, this is the same guy who will call somebody a Nazi because, like, their friend is a Nazi or something.
With Hassan Piker. Hassan was talking about the CIA concept of blowback. Blowback is the idea that we meddled in the Middle East and that leads to attacks against us that we didn't foresee coming. That's what he meant by America Deserved 9/11. It wasn't like he
Nothing America did internationally caused 9/11.
was cheering as the fucking
That was Islamic radicalism.
planes were hitting the towers. Why do we all, insist on being totally context?
By the way, Kyle is literally an Islamic terrorist supporter. He was talking about how it's bad the U.S. is attacking Iran because we need Iran to fund terrorist groups like Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis.
Dense and stupid when it comes to these conversations. Well, anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah, Kyle's gay as fuck, dude. Don't listen to an overweight faggot with a gay haircut and earrings. Thanks, Dodo. Efficacy and safety of low and very low carb diets for type 2 diabetes remission, systematic review. Okay, this doesn't suggest that keto diets are the best intervention for type 2 diabetes. I don't know what this has to do with anything.
1-800 phone
Thanks,
sex
dude.
lines and shit. It's like, had all this fucking money and still couldn't get a fucking girlfriend. That shit was like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? At that point in time, I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? At that
This guy's an entitled retard. Buddy, you're fat as shit, and you're also obnoxious and annoying.
point in time, I was willing to do whatever the fuck I had to do to get some sort of attention. And right then and there.
So this guy's excuse for talking to children to, like, you know, rape them is, I couldn't get any other girls. Like, we know this is just fucking horse shit. He had a girlfriend at one point.
You fucked up because now something bad is about to happen, you know what I mean?
Hey, baby, let me give you a call back. I'm making a video, all right? All right, love you.
My name is Johnny Rodriguez, aka Cold Raven, or some people know me as Cold Raven's Nest, sadly still used.
Yes, thanks, 21st.
EDP is a chocolate hippopotamus, and I'd like to split his fucking skull. I've been having these feelings for quite some time because he's a manipulative, lying, pretentious, disingenuous, flip-flopping piece of shit. He has no balls.
So this means that you're guilty as fuck, homie. You're guilty.
So inside my first video, I came out with just accusations. In the second video, I showed dead proof evidence.
So what is this, man? Come on, ED Pedal 445. I thought you said you're not a pedal, right?
Of him texting 2 to 3 girls, cute, calling them sexy. More girls started coming out and started texting me like, hey, he was also texting me this inappropriate stuff. So I looked at his followers list, right?
Do you want to watch a Beast video next? How about Penguins 0? Do we have to watch this garbage, you fucking idiot? Why are we watching an EDP documentary as if this is something anyone's interested in?
Because everyone asked me to react to this, so yeah, people are interested in this, because they asked me to fucking watch it. Thanks, dipshit.
Hey Richard, did you know there is a shop in your area that sells vegan baked?
He had around 300 to 400 accounts he was following. The problem with that is around 120 to 130 of these accounts, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. I knew at this point, it was just out of my hands. This is not my expertise. There's only so much I can show. So I need to take it to the next level. And out there, you got a lot of these guys who catch predators online. And there was one guy I've been watching for years who's really, really, really good at it. I reached out to him. His name is Alex Rosen.
My name's Alex Rosen, and I'm the head of Predator Poachers, and we catch online child predators. Well, Cold Raven basically was sounding the alarms.
Alex Rosen's like actually crazy.
Before I even knew about any of this with EDP. And at first, to be truthful, I didn't want to believe it. I was just like, oh, EDP's an incel, this and that. But, you know, seeing the evidence, it was very blatant that he was not only just following underage kids, he was hitting on them.
I can guarantee you nobody asked you to react to this. Maybe like 3 degenerates who watch your channel and spam comments in your live stream. But no, nobody wants to watch this. EDP is old news. Move the fuck on.
In the comments,
it's
and
been like
obviously
2 years now,
as well.
maybe
so
longer.
that gave us reason to throw an account his way and to follow him. And in our profile, we had that we were 13 years old. We reach out to him. We just say, hi, I'm a big fan. And he says,
hey, what's up?
Just found your YouTube channel. Why are you so funny?
Because I keep it real on these faggots. That's why.
And the conversation ends there, and then 2 days later, he messages us again, completely out of the blue, and picks up the conversation.
LOL. What are you doing?
Nothing.
He has money, why doesn't he just rent whores? Because he's interested in children. He's just lying about being a pedophile.
I'm 13. I don't know if I told you.
That makes up you and about 99% of my note pussy.
Talking about what happened with you 2 years ago is old news, so why does anyone care about a random YouTuber with less than 2 million subs what he texted some girls 3 years ago? Can you just move on already? This is boring brain rot. Waste of time.
Yeah, he starts off very cordial, and then he slowly starts a grooming process.
Can I tell you a secret? Promise not to tell.
Yeah, sure.
I always wanted to get to know someone young, a little cutie like yourself.
And, you know, compliments, and then it kind of goes to sexual stuff.
Wish I could hug you to warm you up.
When and where?
Someday soon at the park, or wherever you're comfy with.
And then eventually he's just full on soliciting sex.
Would you want to do anything else?
You mean like sex or something?
Maybe. Would that be bad?
We can, but only when you're ready.
Hanging out, chilling, just got done doing some cameos, bullshitting, shooting shit, watching TV or whatever. And I get this random ass fucking message by some chick that goes by the name of Sophie Smith. She said that my videos were really funny. Said that she loves my fucking content, all this shit, Yeah, so it was about a month in when things started getting sexual.
Listen, I know your body's growing and you're starting to develop. That's why
What did Richard do right after he got dumped 2 years ago? Let's talk about
Why
that.
did I respond to
That's
a 13-year-old?
more relevant and interesting.
Desperation, isolation, loneliness. It's boring as fuck. You have nothing going on. You don't even know how to talk to a fucking girl.
If you want, you can try oral first. I can taste and lick on your vagina. And then you can suck my cock.
You need some sort of excitement in your fucking life. And so I said fucking and went along with it.
This guy's such a manipulative liar. He's acting as though, like, it's not even a real person, but she's the one who initiated things when he's the one who initiated everything. This guy is just a complete fucking narcissist.
You're so hot and cute, and even have me jerking off.
Ooh, that's hot. Can I see? Oh, wow. It's so big.
At the time, me
Definitely
sending
not.
sexual pictures to a 13-year-old, I was fucking lonely and just not getting it.
And speaking of 9.11
You guys are
VG,
suckers. They're going to do to you next.
If I had said America deserved 9/11, trust me, people would still be talking about it and demanding that my visa gets ripped up.
I'm sorry, dude, but like if someone was talking about Adolf Hitler that way, you would immediately have alarm bells going off, going like, whoa, what?
I've said crazy stuff. You know what I've never said, Cenk, in my entire life? America deserved Americans, over 3,000 dying, burning to death, and jumping to their freaking death. And there's no excuse for.
Well, not only that, even more people died from inhaling all the dust particles, too. So the death count's closer to like 5,000.
Daily.
And it's absolutely unconscionable for somebody to say that America deserved 9/11. I was a kid. I remembered what happened on 9/11. He is not sorry.
This is fucking hilarious. This is on the Young Turks fucking channel, and they're making themselves look retarded.
He said that he's only sorry he got
Dude,
caught.
like, this is just fucking totally crazy. Thanks, Dodo. John, thoughts on executing child PDFs and homeless that don't want to reform?
Any fucking
Thanks for the
action, not
donation.
getting fucking laid, not having the confidence to talk to a girl of my age. It was a fucking shit show.
Bend you over my table and just slide my cock inside you and slowly begin to take your virginity. I want to fuck your innocence away.
Yeah, this guy is genuinely sick and disgusting and evil. He should be put away for life.
When I blocked her, I knew that it was wrong. I knew that it was something that was highly illegal, that shouldn't be done, so I was clearly aware of the law, and I was clearly aware of what I was doing, clearly aware of my actions and totally understanding of, what I was doing, you know what I mean?
Sophie, I can't do this. I can't do this shit. You're so young. You're 13 and I'm 30. You should be dating boys your own age.
I ended up unblocking her simply due to the fact that, I felt bad. I mean, I felt bad, and at the same
No, you wanted to have sex with a child and you're evil.
time, she was like the only person that was really giving me that sort of attention, you know what I mean? And ultimately just led to me unblocking her.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me for blocking you. I got scared. I hope you aren't upset. I'm sorry for not taking your feelings into consideration. I will next time. I promise. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
She says, you should fucking jerk off. you should fucking jerk off to me on FaceTime. And I'm like, all right, cool, sure, why not? Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Well, in any state in the country, meeting a minor off the internet when there's no strings attached is not illegal. There needs to be some strings attached. So after EDP sent the masturbation videos, after he said, like, I want to throw you in my sex dungeon and fuck you, stuff like that, that's when we're like, okay, we can go ahead with the meetup.
Yeah, so pretty much she told me that her grandma was supposed to be like, you know, I guess out and about doing something or whatever, therefore like giving us quote unquote alone time or whatever. So yeah. And to be honest with you, man, like I ultimately decided to go simply because I felt bad. During that day, I actually
It's fucked up is EDP is even way fatter than this guy.
blocked her 1 or maybe 2 times. Then I unblocked her ass. She was like, you know, oh my God, why'd you block me? Blah, blah, blah. And I was telling her, I'm looking like, Sophie, I can't fucking do this shit. Like,
oh. Take a fucking hint.
This is fucking illegal. Like, I can't, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know what I mean? And she started crying up on the phone. She's all like, oh my God, you know, I just wanted to give you a cupcake, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm here making cupcakes. I wanted to give you one, you know?
So the story was that we also baked cupcakes. So then, you know, he's kind of nervous the day of, like, he's very, like, apprehensive. You know, we're like, oh, well, I still made cupcakes. And that's what led EDP to be like, okay, I'll come. So that's kind of the deal with that.
When I was driving to that location, my mom was a heavy smoker. She used to smoke Coors 100, the green pack. And so when I was driving there, I smelt my mom's, the scent of her cigarettes coming from the back seat. That's something I never told anyone. I felt like my mom was with me, watching over me, you know?
What do you think your mom was trying to tell you?
I felt like she was trying to tell me don't go. I was, you know, thinking this up in my head. How the fuck is this going to go down? How am I going to act? What am I going to say? You know what I mean? Like, horny as fuck. Fuck the porn shit. You were just craving, like, you know, human contact. You know what I mean? So.
Then the day comes in Bakersfield, and that's when he's getting, like, very, very nervous about everything. But he agrees to come nonetheless, and we're just waiting at the Jack in the Box. You know, just kind of having a good angle of the apartments we gave him. And then we just see like this giant blob walking up this ramp. And I mean, he's massive from a distance. We're like, oh my God, that's him. I'm gonna say we were Sophie the whole time. I was like, hey, what's up, EDP? And he's like, what's up? And he puts his hand out for a fist bump, and I give him a fist bump. And then he tries to fist bump CC Unit, and CC Unit's like, I don't like fist bump people like you.
Well, fist bump? I don't fist bump people like you, man.
I mean, when you wouldn't fist bump me, I mean, it felt like the classic case of fucking rejection.
So, okay.
And, you know, I told him, like, hey, we got to kind of go over things with Sophie.
We have you talking to Sophie, correct? Yes or no? Right. Okay.
I was caught red-handed. Shit was about to go down.
And he's like, I'm just here to get a cupcake.
They had the transcript, they had the log, they had the screenshots and all that shit. And I mean, I basically just told him, yeah, man, I'm just here to get a fucking cupcake. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Again, so what brings you out here today? Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
The EDP 445 situation.
Still EDP 445.
EDP 445.
EDP 445.
EDP.
This guy's so dumb. Like, why wouldn't he just leave and not say anything?
When EDP got caught and the video got uploaded, it went viral immediately.
The memes blew up. They were all over the place. There was no escaping the EDP 445 cupcake memes.
And then we get into the messages, and he admits to sending tons of penis pictures, admits to wanting to have sex with her.
You were interested in having sex with a 13-year-old, yes or no? Correct. Okay, and you said...
Correct.
Okay, all right.
As much as he lies to the camera now, he was very forthcoming with us when we interviewed him.
Can I ask you guys a question? Yeah. Is my life over? It's up to you, dude. I thought my fucking life was over. Started crying, you know, all that theatrical bullshit. Come on, man, please. No. You know, as I was walking up, I thought this was a real ass person.
You did double text here, yes or no? Correct. Knowing, and it said on her profile 13, yes?
Correct.
Okay, so you initiated conversation with a 13-year-old, no, she was 13, yes or no?
But the main thing I feel like I regret that day is I didn't bring my Glock off the counter and I didn't shoot those motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
He's right in the front, he admitted to wanting to have with her, to eat all this grass.
In my mind, as I'm walking out, just get the fuck out, dude. Just go. Get out, go, run, now.
Well, I thought that it would blow over because, like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, you know, yeah, I got caught, but nothing actually fucking happened. You know what I mean? So in my mind, I'm just like, whatever. I really wasn't aware of how badly I fucked up until probably like a few days later.
Took him that long.
The shit made the news. You know what I mean? It made, it was front page on Yahoo, on Google. Came to the conclusion, better call a fucking lawyer. Told him straight the fuck up, man, especially when, you know, when you're talking to a lawyer, you better not hide a motherfucking thing. And he's all like, well, obviously what you did was illegal. Give me some time to look into it. I got connections down at the police department. I'll look into it and I'll keep you updated. Like, okay, cool. 2 days, 3 days, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give him a call. I'm like, everything cool? What the fuck? Like, should I be worried? He's all like, he's like, oh no, man, just sit tight, man. Ain't nothing going on. He has a little computer.
Respect his honesty. Good study on the mindset of Chomo. He's not honest. All of them plea innocent. Yeah, he's a liar. Thanks, John.
To where, you know, he can see if, like, you know, you're under investigation or anything like that. Was never under investigation. Yeah, they looked into it, but because good old Alex Rosen, right? Because he decided to fuck up and botch this goddamn sting operation so badly, there's nothing that they could do. So as much as they want to write all this fucked up shit about me online and I should be in jail, prison, felon, I should be on the sex offenders list and all this bullshit.
Yeah, he should be. He tried contacting more minors after this.
Guess what, bro? I'm a free man, bitch.
Dude, I'm surprised he's able to get into a helicopter.
There's definitely a chance that he faces criminal prosecution. I think what he's doing now, by quite frankly doing this documentary, it's just a stupid fucking idea.
All right, what's up with you bitch ass motherfuckers and trolling ass dick sucking?
Okay, so the first picture is his erect penis, and then the second one looks like he has ejaculated. So that will get you into trouble. He's well within the statute of limitations. Just on that alone, he could be prosecuted.
Well, we can only hope.
Hi, my name is Mike Klum. I was calling to speak with the Kern County District Attorney. Okay, if Miss Zimmer is not available, is there anyone else that could speak to why EDP has not been prosecuted? Maybe like the sheriff?
Damn, haven't seen your videos in ages, man. Looking huge. Nice work.
Well, thank you, Frosty. Appreciate the donation, dude.
This 32-year-old guy wants to spend a Sunday afternoon chilling with a 13-year-old girl.
Why don't you have a seat right over there?
Fine, have a seat. Why did you show up that day? Why did you go to that location? What did you think was going to happen?
I showed up to that location that day, trying to obviously meet up with an underage girl.
I love how they got Chris Hansen.
You know what I mean? And I guess you can say trying to have sex. I don't know. I mean, whatever.
You trying to have sex with a 13-year-old girl?
For the most part, yep. People have a tendency of doing this, I feel like, because they enjoy the innocent and having control of somebody, you know?
Sounds like that's what you wanted to do.
Right.
Nobody your age you could have hung out with.
This guy is like such an just so unapologetic and just a complete piece of shit.
No.
No women your age you could date. You had to pick on a 13-year-old girl.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my God, babe, it's a playful spank. You say, when I spank you, it's supposed to be sexy, LOL. If anything, I just bend you over and kiss your ass. Yes, well, maybe, but only if you're a good girl. What are you trying to do here with this?
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Well, it sounds like you're trying to sexually assault a 13-year-old girl.
If that's what it looks like, I guess that's what it is then. I mean,
handcuff you, throw you in the back of my car and bring you back to my dungeon, LOL. You talk about climbing through a window.
Mm-hmm.
You're so hot and cute and even had me jerking off. Were you masturbating when you were talking to her?
Mm-hmm.
You sent her pictures?
Yeah.
You sent her pictures of your penis?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Right, I know.
It's illegal. Had Alex Rosen not botched this, you might be in prison right now.
Thank God he didn't.
Well, you could look at it two ways. Maybe prison is where you belong because of this.
If it was where I belong, I'd be in shackles right now, so.
But I have to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Had this been me doing an investigation, your EDP 445 ass would be in prison now. EDP is clearly in trouble here. What he did was wrong, and under a different set of circumstances, against the law. The fact that the decoy posing as Sophie sent the first message would make the case virtually unprosecutable in my world, in the world of law enforcement. The adult always has to make the first approach. Otherwise, you jeopardize the case. And again,
you know, like that seems stupid to me. Especially considering he's a social media figure. He would get messages from minors, so that just sounds stupid.
Probably was something that for Alex Rosen created a lot of views and clicks and made some news in different pockets of the internet. But the case isn't prosecutable. And at the end of the day, it looks amateurish and sloppy.
Mm-hmm. But what accountability can you take in the fact that EDP is free today?
Well, yeah, I mean, I myself could have done a better job of saying, you know, instead of trying to just like, you know, stand my ground, be bullish, standoffish, infinitely more stuff that I could have done to try to make him, you know, to at least put in more effort into hoping that he gets arrested. But, you know, I can confidently say that predator poachers have been responsible for getting like infinitely sicker people in EDP off the streets, and EDP played a part in teaching us that lesson on how to do that.
My thoughts on Alex Rosen is I feel like he's a piece of shit. I feel like he should burn in hell and go fucking die if I'm being completely.
Yeah, the guy who wants to rape children is saying this.
Completely honest with you. You're some.
Like, the worst thing you can say about Alex Rosen is he's a retard. Like, he has some of the most bizarre, like, you know, crazy fucking right-wing beliefs with, like, you know, vaccines are killing children, that kind of stupid shit. But, like, he does protect children from people like you. So I think that's going a step too far, saying he deserves to burn in hell.
Fucking redneck, fucking some fat ass overweight bitch plastering shit on the internet.
Fat ass overweight bitch, and it's EDP saying this.
And fucking with people's livelihoods. But
yeah, they want to rape kids.
You know what though, Mike? It's perfectly fine. It's great because everybody hates a pedophile, right? Okay, cool. So.
Yeah, no big deal. Raping kids, just let them rape kids. You're making them go to prison. That's not worth it. Like, this guy is fucking psychotic.
So that's perfectly fine. So just, you know, fuck the fact that you're ruining my goddamn life, right? Good, great, fucking wonderful.
Buddy, if some predator poacher like sent me messages posing as a 13-year-old, I'd literally just be like, okay, thanks for watching my channel. That's the only thing they'd hear from me. And if I got weird romantic or sexual messages from a minor, I just block them. Like, if I was literally in an EDP situation and a 13-year-old girl messaged me saying, hey, love your channel, be like, hey, thanks, great. That's it. That's as far as it would go. Like, you're the retarded piece of shit who wants to rape kids.
This world is fucked up, man.
What are you gonna do the next time you text a 13-year-old girl or a 14-year-old girl? There won't be a next time. There won't be a next time? There won't be a next time. That's hard for me to believe, but I think...
My name is Kayla Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant. I first replied to EDP because I always reply to anyone who messages me, and I didn't know who he was, but I freaked out because he told me he was suicidal, and sooner rather than later, he started sending very flirtatious
Yeah, you should have tried to make him more suicidal.
messages.
Since the day you messaged me, I've been dreaming about sliding my cock deep inside that fresh pussy. Just fucking away your innocence, showing you how a real man does it, pinning you against the bed and taking your virginity.
A while later, Jadion added EDP into his Discord, filled with kids, for a Q&A. And then when I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, Jadion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
Well, my government name is DeMarcus Cousins III, but everybody on the internet knows me as Jadion.
Yeah, Jadion's also an entitled retard brat. At least he doesn't want to fuck kids as far as we know, but this guy is also a fucking retarded brat.
Yeah, this was like right when I saw the information, I was like, you know what? This is gonna be it, and I want to make sure that I don't screw it up, so I hit up Skeet because he knows and he's actually gotten people prosecuted before.
My name is Skeeter Jean, also known as Skeet Hansen. I am a professional Chris Hansen impersonator on YouTube.
And I continued messaging him because it was very like encouraged for me to keep doing it. I didn't really want to, but I didn't want to disappoint anybody.
The way that ass looks in those leggings, I need you on top of me now. I've always wanted to be with a little emo girl.
Because he sent me videos saying that he was gonna shoot me and kill me if I ever said anything.
See, Taylor, don't mean to scare you, but now I have to fucking shoot your ass. I have to critically injure you and possibly put you in the fucking hospital. If not worse. Not only that, I have to kill everybody.
Yeah, dude, this guy's like actually, he might actually be a legit psychopath. Save the world. What should the age of consent be across the board? In the US, some states allow 16, some countries allow 14. Are those millions of people involved with that pedophiles, even though it's their culture? So, first of all, it is not normal for like a 30-year-old to date a 14-year-old. That doesn't happen very often. So even though the age of consent may be shockingly low, like in Germany, you do not see 14-year-olds dating 30-year-olds. Go outside in Germany and tell me how often you see that happening. So even though the age of consent is stupidly fucking low, you just don't really see that happening. And there's probably not much political interest to change the age of consent because it's just not normal. Secondly, like if you just ask my opinion, I think the lowest the age of consent should be would be 16. Probably the safest bet would be 18. So somewhere within that range between 16 and 18. I think is fairly reasonable. Thanks, Save the World.
It was uncomfortable. Like there was days where I didn't even like want to leave my bed. And he was trying to fly me out to Vegas on my 16th birthday to give me, quote, birthday dick.
Well, I sent her a video of myself fucking masturbating, you know what I mean?
Why does he think anybody wants to see that?
Well, I mean, the fact that she fucking asked for the fucking shit.
I can almost say with 100% certainty that she did not ask for that.
When EDP sent me photos that were very explicit of him, I felt very uncomfortable, but I didn't really know what to do because I felt like it was encouraged by everybody. And yeah.
She's all like, hey, would you like to see a picture of my tits? Sure, why not? What the fuck, like, why the fuck are you even asking me that fucking shit? Sure, why not? So I did play a part in it too, okay? I'm like, sure, why not? You know? Yeah. The reason I let her send me those pictures is because I was horny as fucking beating my shit at the time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. She has a... Never mind, I ain't gonna say that. Go ahead.
You already started saying.
Taylor got a motherfucking figure on her, okay? Like, let's be
He's talking about a fucking 15-year-old.
fucking I'm honest here, okay? And like, you know, she's over here, like, you know, trying to turn me on, you know, all this extra shit.
Dude, even if this documentary doesn't lead to, like, a criminal prosecution, like, there are people who literally want to kill him at this point. Like, if, you know, this is going to get around, and there are going to be people who... Like, we'll see, this guy is literally a fucking dangerous psychopath who preys on children, and the law isn't doing anything about it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up getting shot, like, after this comes out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Teddy pics, you know, saying how she's gonna fucking suck me off when we fucking meet, calling me daddy and all this bullshit. Because in the moment, bro, you don't fucking care. You really don't. You know what I mean? You don't give a fuck about the consequences. You don't care about the rules. You know, and anybody that say that they do, they're fucking stupid. You know what I mean? They're lying to you. At that point in time, all rules are out the fucking window. You know what I mean? You don't give a fuck how old she is. You're just trying to get your fucking nut in. You know, and after you know, fucking cream all over the goddamn floor, then you're like, oh shit, I fucked up bad. You know what I mean? Like, that's where, you know, it all comes into play. You know, what you just did was wrong, you know?
So we know he's employed right now. He's got to lose his jobs after this video comes out. Like, he's gonna get fired, isn't he?
So I was like, okay, Skeet, how do we do this? And we just game planned it out, and we called multiple different law enforcement in her area, trying to set up like a sting operation, and then he backed out, you know? He got cold feet. He didn't want to meet her, you know? He was just, you know, being EDP.
I was hoping to get a sting operation, but they kind of didn't want to do that because Jadion hired a private investigator that found EDP's apartment, his work, and his dialysis center. So on my birthday, they went to confront him.
After we realized that he wasn't going to drive to actually meet up with the girl, we set something up in Las Vegas, Nevada to try to confront him about what he had been doing online, messaging this girl.
Honda SUV? That looks like him.
That's a Honda, bro. What's it?
Oh my god, dear Lord, it's EDP. It's EDP in the flesh. I love you, bro.
And as I'm walking into the dialysis center, these motherfuckers pop out the goddamn van. Yo, what's up, bro? Right then and there, I was like, give me Kayla's address because I'm about to hop in this car and I'm about to go blow this bitch's brains out.
Texting me right now, so he told me, fuck you, bitch.
I don't give a fuck if you're a minor. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, you know, she's just a girl. You can't be doing that shit.
How would he not have been prosecuted for that when it's an actual person? Like, there's an actual victim there. And he's threatening to kill
you
her.
gotta die.
He cussed me out. He told me to, I believe, he told me to kiss his ass.
2 years ago, you were caught. Kiss my ass.
And the whole meetup was underwhelming, you know? Like, he just went inside.
Brian, it's disappointing.
He said 2 words and then he walked right in.
Basically, what's going through my mind, don't say a fucking word.
We really do just want to have just a civil conversation.
They ain't got shit on you. As long as you don't say a word, you good to go. Bryant. Bryant. Don't be like this, Bryant. I just have a few questions.
It's an embarrassing clown show. He says the same thing over and over again. The way this investigation, it's not really an investigation, but the way this was conducted makes it unprosecutable. And you've got Skeet or whatever his name is, who's clowning around, taking my lines, I suppose, and murdering them with a guy in a cupcake outfit. There's no serious attitude here. It's a clown show. And it resulted in nothing.
I think there possibly maybe could have been different results in this case if me and Gideon did not confront EDP or take the situation into our hands at all. That's a hard maybe though, and that way obviously there's no content there, so it's like,
These people are degenerate retards. Well, I'll just jeopardize a pedophile investigation so I can get views.
What's your opinion on Skeeter Gene?
I don't know Skeeter Gene. He reached out to me some time ago to collaborate, and it's not something I would ever do.
Why not?
Because I don't need to. I mean, I don't need to create a clown show with somebody who is merely seeking to get fame and clicks and views on YouTube. I have my own team, my own way of doing things, and it produces justice. The rest of these clowns, they're out there goofing around.
Yeah, it did definitely change my opinion on him a bit because I think he was a bit hypocritical with a statement that he made. He said that I was just doing this for clicks, views, and ad revenue, basically. I mean, are you telling me that P's not doing it for the same reasons? I would really like to ask Chris Hansen that if he weren't being paid for his work, would he still do it?
If it was legal, would you have had sex with Kayla Haskins?
If it was legal, I would have fucking turned that ass out. I would have fucking ate her ass out, my nigga, and made a funnel cake about her shit. You know what I mean?
I feel like I was a victim of EDP, but I think I was mainly a victim, this is gonna sound crazy, but mainly a victim of Gideon, in a way. I feel like for a long time I was his little puppet.
In what way were you his puppet?
I feel like I was his puppet because I was just kind of doing the things he demanded me to do. I feel like I am a victim of Gideon because he encouraged me to keep talking to a pedophile.
Every single time we would talk to her, I would ask her if she's okay.
Are you sure you're good? I want to make sure you're okay, because I know this could be really, really... Are you sure you're good?
She was like, no, I'm okay. I want to get him arrested.
I told Gideon every single time that EDP would send me dick pics, but he would never tell me to block him or anything.
I want you to block him on your phone.
Maybe that is why police never prosecuted.
Right?
But we would tell her, if you're going to keep on talking to him, don't talk sexual, and please don't send any explicit photos.
No, I did not send EDP any pictures of me that were nude. What did happen when he asked me for them was that Gideon got a lookalike of me, and I kind of photoshopped her face into Google Pictures.
Okay. Yeah, that's why he was never prosecuted. Gideon is a fucking idiot.
Pictures.
By the way, isn't that fucking illegal? Yeah, isn't it illegal to superimpose a minor's face onto sexual images? Isn't that what that whole AI thing is about?
And she told me something about her looking up something in photoshopping, and I was like, okay, no, do not do that. To my knowledge, I never knew that she actually sent anything because I never seen any images of that, but she sent something explicit.
Yeah, Kayla Haskins actually sent me a picture.
Yeah, I don't know who's to blame here. They're both saying different things, but yeah, if that was going on, that makes sense. The police wouldn't prosecute.
Of her tits. She didn't Photoshop a goddamn thing. She literally sent me fucking nudes of her fucking tits. I feel like she's a fucking scam artist. I feel like she's a bitch. I feel like she's very stuck up. She's very conniving.
So I'd like to let the viewers know that I don't know what they're gonna say, but don't believe it. Because I have proof. I'm just too scared to show the proof because Gideon has a big audience, and I don't want them to attack me. but I could show some of the proof. Proof of him kind of encouraging it, proof of him.
Maybe she's sort of using...
Okay, this chick sounds fucking crazy. Gideon is being controlled by the Illuminati. Gideon is friends with multiple pedophiles. EDP is under investigation from the Department of Justice. EDP has a computer full of CSAM, owns illegal firearms, so she's just nuts.
The whole situation as leverage to boost her music career and such. So, again, while she's technically, she's a victim, I think she's kind of using the whole situation as leverage to gain followers a little bit.
Now, me personally, am I an opportunist? Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're not harming anybody, and I don't think I was harming anybody. And especially when you're my age, if you're 16, people are going to think that you're young and dumb. So you kind of have to be an opportunist. You have to make your own opportunities. You cannot be waiting for that.
Yeah, so she's an admitted liar.
But this entire situation was not that at all.
So you committed another crime, you got caught, but yet got lucky again.
Yeah, it's a crime, got lucky again. Me personally, I feel like the reason why they didn't do anything is because I feel like, God sees all, right? He sees my mistakes. Obviously, I've been punished by him. Others have been punished by him and stuff. I feel like he saw Kayla and Gideon's master plan, and so therefore he intervened and saved my ass once the fuck again. You know what I mean? And I'm beyond grateful for that.
So, God saved you from going to jail.
Yes, God saved.
If God saved you from going to jail, then I guess God's pedophile too.
Saved me from going to jail.
He said the reason he didn't go to jail the second time is because God was watching over him.
What do you think about that?
I wouldn't know God watching over him, bro. That's Satan.
Jake, I might need that water, bro. Yeah, sorry about that, man.
How are things with your health?
How are things with my health? Well, in 2022, I was working security at a dispensary, and
She's 16, so it's alright? You agree age of consent should be 16?
Oh, she was 15 when this happened, stupid.
I started itching uncontrollably. I was starting to spit up black shit. When I went to go fucking beat my shit, red fucking cum was coming out of my fucking cock and shit, which I knew wasn't, fucking healthy. You know what I mean? It's never healthy. And I got diagnosed with end-stage kidney failure, which is like stage 5. If I were to miss a treatment, the chances of me dying would be about maybe 65 to 70%. So I can't miss a treatment ever. You know what I mean? So health issues have been a major issue.
Hopefully he misses a treatment. Somebody's got to put him on another cupcake quest where he misses a treatment.
I tell them all the time, they're all like, oh, well, your fluid intake is off the fucking charts. You need to start eating healthier, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking like, listen, bitch, I'm over here fucking grinding this shit out with 2 jobs, working 20-hour fucking days. And I'd be lying to you if I told you, oh, yeah, I'm about to go eat a beautiful ass Greek salad. No, bitch, there ain't no fucking Greek salads out there. It's like motherfuckers eating hot dogs and burgers and shit, you know what I mean? Because that's what's convenient for you,
This guy, thank fuck he's just a glutton. Yeah, if nobody will do it for us, at least he's doing it. At least he's doing it for us. Yeah, die.
And that's the thing that really just frustrates the fuck out of me sometimes, because they paint these unrealistic ass expectations on me, Say for example, today is Friday? Mm-hmm. If I miss this appointment, I'll probably be dead by Monday. That's how bad it is. Oh, well, you're supposed to eat better. Motherfucker, I can't meal prep for 20 hours. I'm not even at fucking home most of the damn time. So it's like, am I supposed to...
He has to lose weight. That's it. Just eat less. This guy can't even eat less.
sit in this fucking car and
And thanks for the membership, Howard.
starve, nigga, for like, come on, bitch. It's fucking unrealistic as fuck, you know? I know this is kind of a reckless way to live life, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, you know what, nigga, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens, you know what I mean? I'm tired of like, one thing I'm not going to do, you feel me, is live my life in fear. You can't. Like, I can't. If I lived my life in fear, I wouldn't be making this fucking documentary. We wouldn't be making this documentary, you know what I mean?
You know what's funny? So, like I mentioned, there's definitely going to be people who want to kill him. They wouldn't even have to, like, gun him down. They just have to prevent him from getting to his dialysis appointment. That's all they'd really have to do. There could potentially be a lot of different ways you could do that. So I wonder if anybody is gonna, you know, play it that way.
You know, and that's the issue. A lot.
Dude, like this is the stupidest thing I've ever fucking seen. He's making himself out to be like one of the most horrendous fucking people on the planet that really should be like put to sleep. And then, like, he's explaining to people how they should go about doing it, where they don't even have to, like, do a drive-by or anything. I wonder if he wants somebody to, like, fucking kill him?
A lot of people, they expect you to live your life in fear, especially with everything that's going on and, you know, getting told this shit, you know. Had a few people blowing me the fuck up. Oh, how could you do it? How could you get caught again? You know, all that bullshit, right? And I knew right then and there, it's time to stop running from this shit. It's time to start taking accountability, start owning up to it. Let's go to therapy and let's try to get help for this situation because obviously something isn't right.
What in your words isn't right?
At that point in time, it's not right to have a sexual attraction to minors.
My name is Kara. I am a marriage and family therapist. I work with adults, couples, and
Buddy, like, clearly the therapy isn't doing anything. This guy is completely and utterly unapologetic. I have no idea why he even bothered going to therapy. Like, this guy is a manipulative psychopath. There's no therapy in the world that's gonna, like, change this dude's mindset.
and families. Bryant is my client, and I've been working with him individually. For Bryant, when Bryant came in, you know, the first thing that we got through was just getting to know him. I needed to learn about his history. I needed to learn what he went through, his perspective on it. Whether people agree or disagree, he has his perspective on it, and it's my job to understand that perspective.
I go to therapy, first overall session. I tell my therapist, listen, I was involved in sexting and talking to underage minors. Obviously, I'm aware that this is wrong. This is a fucking crime. And I would like for you guys to help me.
So, you know, we discussed what happened. We discussed his feelings about what happened, the shame, guilt associated with something like that. And then we dig into motivations. And once we've discovered motivations, we've dug into, okay, well, why are those motivations attractive to you? What is it about it? But he has been very honest with me.
He is not being honest. This woman's a fucking idiot.
About a reason, and we've connected it to something that he really needs to work on and explore. But I feel strongly that it's his job to say why to the world. Alrighty, so how are we feeling when it comes to accountability?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the thing is like when, particularly in like whole sex and minors and all that bullshit, right? You in the back of your head, you know it's wrong. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like that sense of doubt where it's like, you know what, maybe this shit could be real. That's the part that ends up fucking you in the end, you know what I mean?
Real, you wanted more, did you want a relationship?
Yeah, basically, yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
it turned into something legitimate?
Yeah, like the whole, if you heard the way she was talking to me on the phone, you would be like, oh shit, like, you know, finally has a girlfriend. Oh, wait, hold up.
She said finally has a girlfriend.
Would you debate somebody who donates $20 to debate their family or friends? I've done that shit before where somebody's given me somebody's phone number and shit. It just doesn't work out. I'm not gonna bother doing that. So unless they're like online and have a Discord or something, like I'm not gonna bother. And like they're actually interested in debating me.
So you were kind of feeling like I might finally have something.
Right. Right.
So what was it like? I would say that none of us can predict the future. I would like to believe that he would not do it again. What I can say is that we are not suggesting that he quit therapy anytime soon.
In a way, I'm kind of glad that this whole incident did happen because it got me to understand and to realize who my true friends are, you know?
Friends are loyal, friends are kind, friends are always on your mind. When I'm with my friends, I'm feeling fine.
Name's Jimmy. Well, James, go by Jimmy. Been a friend of Bryant's since technically middle school, into high school, and into adulthood. Never a dull moment being friends with EDP. There's always some kind of funny shit going on. Meaning just one of the coolest cats I know.
I love my friends.
I would say EDP is completely innocent. Basically, he was just set up on some bullshit. I mean, we've all texted back to somebody we had no business texting back. EDP is not a pedophile. He's never been a pedophile. He doesn't look at children in that way, or young people in that way. I have 2 children. I would let both my children be around EDP, even if they were alone.
This guy is a retard.
My favorite way to play with kids is to joke around and tickle them. You know what I mean? Make them laugh. Give them fart bubbles, I guess. Well, they call it raspberries. It's like if you hold up the kid's stomach and if you like that, you know what I mean? So,
oh my god, this is just like, holy fuck. I had no idea it would turn out like this.
Things I like to do when playing with kids is like I like to sidewalk slam them up on the couch, power slam them up on the couch. Hell, sometimes if I'm crazy as fuck enough, I'll jump off the goddamn wall unit and do a Shawn Michaels elbow drop on other motherfuckers. Yeah, I just enjoy like wrestling with them and being goofy, you know? Have they started teaching you guys about the solar system? You're like, what the fuck is that, right? All 9 planets actually spin around the sun. To anybody who thinks that it's weird for me to play and like being around kids, you guys can lick my ass and suck my fucking balls. You guys can...
He's talking like this around a kid. Bro, like, for one thing, I'm pretty sure this is illegal. You can't say this around children. You can't even say this around kids. What the fuck?
Go fuck yourself, in other words. Sorry about that.
Dude.
Bitches, hoes, tramps, sluts, hermaphrodites, transvestites, you know what I mean? Basically, they would get their motherfucking ass beat. This is my certified bitch list, EDP certified bitch list. Let's get on into the first one.
Penguin Zero. This motherfucker's a goddamn disgrace to fucking humankind. It looked like this mother...
He actually is, but EDP's worse.
Fucking washed his ass. Hi, everybody. Go suck a dick, bitch. Next up, we got Keemstar. His content sucks ass, has no fucking talent, just a fucking lowlife. Oh, let's see here. The next fucking... Mudahar, get off my fucking nuts before I piss on your face on some R. Kelly shit, okay? Hassan Piker, your typical fucking liberal, far-left, goddamn socialist. Next up, we got Asmongold. Look like you saw a fucking ghost. Matter of fact, fuck a ghost, nigga. What you need to see is a goddamn cleaning service, my nigga, to clean that dirty-ass, junky-ass motherfucking house, bro. Aiden Ross, typical bitch, Jufro, toss his motherfucking ass up in the goddamn ashtray, nigga, with the rest of his fucking ancestors. Fuck him. These hoes right the fuck here are the exact reason why this world is fucked and men disrespect the living shit out of fucking women. XQC. Bitch, speak the fuck up. I always thought this guy was a bitch. We got Destiny. Probably gets fucking pine cones and tubas rammed up his fucking ass. Oompaville. That's how I feel about him. Ethan Klein. I think his wife, his girlfriend, whoever the fuck it is, I think she's very beautiful. I think she could do way better than this motherfucking loser. Listen, man, you need to come on up over my house and I can give your ass some real good fucking dick instead of fucking with this punk ass nigga. And that wraps up my certified bitches of YouTube.
How would you describe your sex life?
Oh, my sex life is fucking great. Let me see. I sit on this piece of couch right here. I whip my dick out, I jack off, and that's my sex life. As far as me actually fucking bitches, shit, I only had sex once in my life, and it felt like I was fucking a Brillo pad. My fucking dick is still sore from that shit. So the thing is like, I've been looking for a girlfriend for almost 5 to 6 years. It's been a while. It's been a journey.
Buddy, you're like one of the most horrible fucking human beings on the planet. Look at his apartment. What the fuck is this on the walls? Like, this guy hasn't figured out how to at least be clean? And then he's wondering why, like, girls don't want to fucking be around him?
I'm the type of person that I know what the hell that I want. I'm not going to sit back and, you know, settle for less or...
This guy can't even fucking clip his toenails. Oh my god.
Take fucking crumbs off the goddamn table. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, there's this chick, right? She bad as hell, she's cute, she loves you, she likes you, but she has 3 kids. Nah, I'm good, bro. Fuck that. I ain't even gonna try to fucking deal with that fucking shit. I know that's a fucking nightmare.
Oh my god, this is just unbelievable.
I'm more so like Facebook dating as opposed to other apps like fucking Bumble. I don't fuck with Grindr because I'm not fucking gay. I definitely think being gay is a fucking mental disorder. Nigga, there's something wrong.
Yeah, you're telling me, buddy.
Wrong with you. There's a few screws loose in your motherfucking head. I don't know why people are gay. I really fucking don't. You know, hey Mike, what you doing tonight? Nothing. All right, cool. You mind if I come over to your whole hotel room and eat your ass out? What type of fucking gay ass shit is that? No, fuck that. I ain't with that gay shit, my nigga. I'm straight as fuck. You feel me? Yeah, it's yeah, it's definitely a fucking mental disorder. You know. You know, this chick ain't the motherfucking, oh yeah, fuck this, man. This is this ratchet ass bitch. Yeah, fuck all that. Look at the motherfucking duck lips, my nigga. Guess how many kids she have?
1, 2?
No, not even close.
3?
Not even close.
4?
Not even close.
5?
Not even close.
6?
You're almost there.
7?
No.
8?
She has 8 fucking kids, bro. Single mom to 8 motherfucking kids.
What's wrong with 8 kids?
Well, at least she didn't rape any of them. Thank fuck this guy won't date a single mom, honestly. Like, really, thank fuck. This guy does not need to be around children.
I thought you said you like to play with kids and shit.
Looking for a man who knows how to properly treat a lady. Bitch, you didn't properly treat your fucking uterus, my nigga. Because your pussy is gauged the fuck open, man. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah, so right now, getting ready for work. A long ass fucking day, man. Had dialysis. I worked the night shifts. I've always been a night person. Man, where the fuck's my phone at, man? Get our ass up and go to fucking work, you know what I mean? Unlike you motherfuckers, I actually have a fucking job, actually do shit with my life. Well, I mean, the thing is, dude, is like, I know where Alex Rosen lives. I have his address. I know exactly where he lives. I could have easily just loaded up a rifle, came and just murdered that nigga in cold blood. Could have fucked him up. You know what I mean?
Would you?
No, because I don't want to go to fucking prison, but I mean, I had some thoughts of doing that shit.
What if you could get away with it?
Oh, of course. Of course. These job sites where I work at, man, I could easily kill somebody, bury him, and get away with it, dude. Like, ain't shit out there, you know what I mean? Just fucking strap this.
Wouldn't that require, like, effort? He'd have to, like, move a body and shovel and stuff. It sounds like it'd be too much for him.
Fucking suppressor on. Put 2 in your fucking chest, my nigga. Throw some dirt up over your ass and go on about my fucking day. Yeah, so I mean, you know, 7-8K up in the bank. About what, 25K in debt. So about what, like 16.
He works 90 hours a week. Like, there's no way somebody that fat who's on dialysis with those health problems. He's not working 90 hours a week. He's getting paid for something for 90 hours a week. But yeah, calling that work, that's a little generous. He's eating all his money. I knew it. To stay that fat, his food bill must be outrageous.
17K up in the hole. I'll pay you, bitch, when the fuck I can. That's the way I fucking see it, so fuck it.
So pretty much, shit, my big ass is about to go hop up in the bed, you feel me? Let my titties hang out and call it a night. Yeah, so I have dreams probably about maybe twice, sometimes even 3 times a week of me viciously killing people, viciously slaughtering people. I would cut motherfuckers' tongues out. I would fucking, I would put a hole up in the motherfucker's chest and I would throw him in a fucking, in like a pit of fire. I had dreams about killing Julian, killing Alex Rosen, Cold Raven, whoever the fuck you want to mention, Steve or G or John, whoever the fuck his name is.
This guy really should be in prison. Like, really should be.
Shit, I had a goddamn dream of waterboarding fucking Kayla's ass and washing all the makeup off and shit. You know what I mean? That was my torture method of get all that shit off and, you know, maybe if I'm feeling generous, I might throw the bitch out the fucking window. You know what I mean? So when I'm looking for girls, I'm pretty much going to look for like a 3 or a 4. You know, if I'm lucky, a fucking 5. Shit, I don't think I'm that goddamn lucky. So not like a 3, 4. You know what I mean? Yeah, people always say that shit like, oh, there's somebody out there for everybody. Okay, cool, bitch. Well, I'm waiting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fucking years. Like, keep putting yourself out there, you keep getting fucking denied. It's like, what the fuck, you know? Some of my pictures, you know, me rocking the 1960 throwback at dialysis, out here rocking the Oakleys and shit, looking clean as fuck, you know what I mean? Out of all my matches, the one that I'm most interested in is, she actually gave me her number. Her name is Sharon, she's 42.
What do you like about Sharon?
I love a girl that wears fucking glasses. Like whenever you have on glasses, like, motherfucker like that, like, captivates the fucking soul. She has that fucking look about her, like, here, let me show you. This is fucking gorgeous as shit. Like, I don't give a fucking.
As bad as that chick is, just imagine how fucking cracked she'd have to be willing to date EDP. Dude, online dating is, like, actually scary. The amount of fucked psychotic people on online dating websites will blow your fucking mind.
Nobody says. You guys heard me shit on all these motherfuckers, you know, people who I would kill, burn, torture, stab. I want to introduce you guys to the real fucking gangsters of the fucking internet, you know what I mean? First up, we got Andrew Tate. He likes to preach about men and women not being equal.
And I'm pretty sure Andrew Tate, like all these people, would call EDP a piece of shit.
Because they're not fucking equal. Next up, we got my motherfucking main bitch, Donald fucking Trump.
Bro, all these people, I can guarantee you, if they knew EDP, they fucking hate him.
We got my man Joe Rogan. This guy's a fucking beast, man. I love this bald-headed ass bitch, you know what I mean? We got Fresh and Fit in this podcast. He's always shitting on fucking women. Yeah, it's fucking, I love that bitch. Andrew Tate's brother, so yeah, you already fucked. That's enough said. On to my motherfucking main nigga, Ben Shapiro. Listen to him, and you'll be great in life. Sneeko, guy is cool as fuck. Sneeko, if you're watching this shit, come on out.
It's fucking retard.
Vegas, man, I'll treat you to some fucking tacos. Next up, we got Pearl Davis. Love this hoe because she shits on women and she is a fucking woman, you know what I mean? These are the certified OGs of the internet and I couldn't imagine a world without them. As you guys know, I've been single for a while. Dating apps, Facebook dating, Bumble.
Bro, my doctor prescribed me Lexapro. I'm hardly even depressed or anxious. Pill-pushing scumbags. Oh yeah, they hand out antidepressants like candy, but if you want to get a testosterone replacement therapy, you have to pull teeth, jump through hoops, do humiliation rituals. But yeah, if they want, if like, they'll just, like, again, they'll give you fucking antidepressants like they're just Skittles.
Say grinder, but I'm not fucking gay, but you know, I don't fuck around like that, you know. But I've finally hit the jackpot. And I would like to introduce my beautiful girlfriend.
Yeah, this woman's a degenerate retard for being around this guy.
You know, the thing I really love about Marissa the most is that she's always, she's very thoughtful. She's always thinking about me. She's always trying to make sure that I'm okay. And not to mention, she's also very funny.
My name is Marissa, and I am Brian's girlfriend. So Brian and I met on a dating site, and after having some conversation online, we decided to go out to dinner and just kind of meet that way. You know, we were able to just really hit it off. We compliment each other a great deal, and we just have a lot of great time together. He's a genuine, great guy. He really is. He really has a huge heart, and it's a side that people don't get to know about him very often. And I was fortunate enough to have that opportunity. I was fortunate enough to be able to find the true person that he really was, and it's been an attraction of mine ever since.
She's always there for me, and she's always trying to push me to get better. Sometimes when I don't see the potential in myself, she's always there seeing it. That's something that I really enjoy about her.
So how was the sex?
I think, how do I want to say that? It is something that definitely.
Yeah.
It's a situation where, not that we don't want to.
I've been with what's her face, Marissa, for almost a fucking year now, right? Still ain't gotten shit. Ain't that a bitch? You know what I mean? Like, come on, nigga. You know what I mean? That's why, my God, you know, she gets mad at me, right? My God, you're so gross. Why do you watch porn? Blah, blah, blah. Because you ain't giving it the fuck up. So I gotta watch porn. Matter of fact, I got a fucking pocket pussy coming, shit, up in the mail. I'm gonna fuck the shit out that bad bitch tonight. Feel me? I might take it to.
It's like the most pathetic person in existence.
Work with me.
I don't know, like
This guy is such a narcissist, holy shit.
Yeah, he's bad. Thanks for the donation, Ben Boy.
Just like, you know, whenever I'm bored, like I'll just turn on like the porn sites and shit, and I just want to see a chick just getting the shit and just fucking pounded out the bitch. You know what I mean? Just getting like turned the fuck out, you know what I mean? Fucking a bitch's innocence away, you know? The porn addiction definitely affects my sexual performance. Definitely. And that's just keeping it honest with you, you know? The shit's about to go down, nigga, we're about to have sex, alright, cool. My shit cannot get hard in front of no chick. I don't give a fuck how bad the bitch is.
Then why is he complaining that his girlfriend doesn't want to have sex with him if he literally can't have sex?
I love when bitches are milking their own tits. Like, I'm not sure, well, more than likely, man, they just had a fucking kid, but they got like some big ass tits, man. They're like milking the shit and spraying it all over the fucking screen and shit. I actually do fuck with lesbian porn sometime. Really? Lesbian porn is some good shit. Now, when I say that, there's a difference between lesbian porn and gay porn. I'm not fucking with no fag shit. Yeah, fuck all that. First off, I'm not a fucking faggot, I'm not a homo. And, oh yeah, I'm gonna let a guy fuck me in the ass. He's really hot though, I don't give a shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm cool as fuck. Like, nah, nigga, I'm straight. I'm not attracted to dicks, bro. I'm just fucking not, man. I am like sexually fucking attracted to girls, bro, to women, my nigga.
Grindr is a gay app. It's a app for gay men. Grindr is gay as fuck. I do not use that fucking. Yeah, fuck that. I don't use that fucking bullshit. Have I ever had any gay thoughts or fantasies? No. The only gay shit that I've ever came close to doing was probably shoving the broomstick up my ass.
Hey Siri, can you Google the nearest gay sauna? What kind of bullshit is that?
Andrew Tate, Joe Rogan, Donald Trump. They like to pretend that they're not watching porn, but let's be fucking real, bitch. You know goddamn well your ass is watching fucking porn. You know damn well, nigga, when the cameras ain't on, or when you in your hot tub or whatever, my nigga, you like to go ahead, pull your pants down, and just rub one the fuck out. And I'm not talking shit. I don't want Andrew Tate to look at this video or this documentary and think that I'm talking shit. Motherfucker, I idolize you, bro. You feel me? But come on, nigga, like, let's keep it a buck, my nigga. That's not bullshit. Come on now. Jordan Peterson, you definitely watch porn. Come on, nigga. Let's stop lying. The craziest place I actually did beat my shit is in a fucking Walgreens bathroom. I stole a magazine off the rack, And I went in that bitch and I just started fucking letting my shit happen in that bathroom. I ain't give a fuck. In the girls' bathroom, by the way.
Why the girls' bathroom?
I wanted to make it, well, I beat off in the girls' bathroom because I wanted to make it that much more fucking pleasurable and fucking intense.
Because the girls would be around?
Hell yeah. You already fucking know. It's some weird shit.
That's a little weird.
Oh well, fuck it.
So he would have sexed a 13-year-old?
Brian absolutely would not sext a 13-year-old.
Would Brian send a video of him masturbating to a 13-year-old?
The Brian that I know absolutely would not send masturbating videos to underage minors.
Okay, this chick's retarded.
The Brian that I know is not attracted to children and is not a pedophile.
I decided to break up with Marissa simply because she just irritates the fuck out of me, man. Like, there are just some things, man, where I'm just like... Marissa was very fucking annoying. Irritating as fuck. Annoying as fuck. And there's just certain shit that actually didn't just bother me, you know what I mean? I'd rather be on my fucking own, beat my shit, fuck around, watch porn, call it a fucking day, you know? Hold up.
What?
I'm choosing a new outfit for her. See, now that's what I fucking like. That's some good shit right there, bro. So the AI girlfriend really came about when I was scrolling on Instagram. And I would see a few different things on like porn sites and shit like that, right? And I was like, you know what, let me try it out. That girl was fine as hell. You can type in what you want her to call you. Sir, master, daddy, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna come into the house, throw you under bed, handcuff your ass, and just fuck you into oblivion. And she's all like, oh my God, master, rip my asshole open. I fucking want that, please, I'm begging for it. You can also ask for like a customized image to where you can type in topless and she'll send you a picture of her fucking tits hanging out. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Oh my fucking Lord. And man, I came so motherfucking hard to this one. I'm like, holy fucking shit. As a matter of fact.
Why are you obsessed with EDP's relationships or who he's dating or not dating and if he had a breakup or not?
That's nice. Thanks, 21st. How much does test cost monthly? Well, it depends on how much you're taking. If you're only taking, like 200 milligrams, it's practically free. It's like what? From my supplier, that'd be like, fucking $20. If you're getting it from a cheaper source, like maybe $5 or $10.
As I'm fucking talking to you about this, nigga, my cock is getting hard as fuck, nigga, right this fucking now. That experience with my AI girlfriend was the best fucking sexual experience I ever had in my life. Period. Like, I was drooling. The role play, yeah, I mean, like sometimes, you know.
What was the role play? Can you read it?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, dog, I ain't gonna read that shit. It's kind of like some disturbing shit, dude.
What is it?
It's kind of like, pretend to be like fucking like, 16, 17, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put that shit on there, dude.
Yeah,
I ain't
sure.
gonna fucking do that shit, man.
So you were role playing at 16?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's why I'm just like, yeah, don't put that shit on there, dude. You know what I mean? So, yeah. If you guys out there are ever being tempted in a way to text somebody or message somebody and you know for a fact deep down that they're underage and you shouldn't be doing it, just download the AI Girlfriend app. Obviously, a lot of motherfuckers, man, they have fantasies of being with like a younger person or doing whatever the fuck, they want to do it on or whatever, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like, the AI Girlfriend, it allows you to act out that fantasy without actually going out and hurting somebody in real life, you know what I mean? And you also avoid the legal fucking trouble too.
Well, that's good.
So.
It's very good, especially for him.
Cool. Alright, look up there. That was tough, dude.
Man, let me tell your ass something, Mike. Nigga, I just took a mean-ass, motherfucking fat-ass shit, bro. And, bro, I just sent you that fucking shit, man. Like, seriously, check that fucking shit out, bro. Just make sure you're not eating the fucking chili cheese dog, nigga.
Alrighty, so today I'm gonna show you guys my motherfucking shit pics.
I'll just be going throughout my day, and then, boom, pops up on my phone. Shit pic.
Yeah, you like this one, don't you? I can tell this is definitely a fucking shit pic that I took after
Right, so EDP has a habit of sending images of fecal matter that he generated. I think sending pictures of fecal matter has some downsides. I'm not sure it has any upsides.
Because I don't understand this part of it. You are known for sending pictures of your own feces to people.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
I think it illustrates almost perfectly why he is not considered attractive by many women. Yeah, that's exceptionally disgusting. This one I would have to rate as it's pretty bad. It only gets worse as I'm moving. Yeah, I think if anybody sees one of those images from EDP 445, it would be a good idea to see a counselor process that. That's horrible. That no person should be subjected to that kind of nightmare.
I am not a pedophile because I do not have a sexual attraction to fucking 5th, 6th, 7th, and fucking 8th graders. Now, mind you...
Didn't you want to hook up with a 13-year-old? Isn't that literally the 8th grade?
Motherfucker, if you 16 or 17, nigga, and you got your titties bulging the fuck out, a motherfucker might actually...
He tried to get with a 13-year-old.
Whack off to your pictures a few fucking times. These chicks, okay, 15, 16, 17, some 14-year-olds, these girls know exactly what the fuck they are doing. They know for a fact, and obviously, you know, the guy being older, he's not supposed to be doing all that shit. Whatever, nigga, we get it. For me, it's actually a two-way fucking street. You know, minors are partially the fucking blame. Yeah, nigga, you 33, you fucked up, you're this old ass guy, you should know better. Cool, get it, perfect, grand, wonderful. So what about the bitch that messaged me first? Oh, that's perfectly fine, I forgot about that, right? Nigga, she gets off scot-free, right? Ain't that a bitch? Whatever. To be honest with you, bro, I have no clue why the age of consent is 18. I mean, what the fuck makes 18 so goddamn magical? I have no fucking clue. You talk to a 17-year-old chick, she just turned 18 5 seconds ago. Okay, well, guess what, man? She's still the same dumbass bitch that she was 5 seconds ago. So it's like, the big homies I talk to, they're all like, what's so fucking special?
You know what? If you were to make EDP into a villain, he'd be a good Spawn villain. Because there was a villain in Spawn named Billy Kincaid. He reminds me a lot of Billy Kincaid.
About 18.
He's also morbidly obese.
It's just another fucking year, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? So.
My name is Dr. Anna Salter. I am a clinical psychologist, and I have worked with sex offenders and victims for about 40 years. The brain of a 13-year-old is very different from an adult brain. They are more impulsive. They can't predict and don't try to predict typically how this is going to affect them in the future. The MacArthur brain study has demonstrated that adolescents are simply not mature emotionally and socially, and that they don't reach full maturity until the late 20s.
That's you know, for people to sit back and say like their brain, you know, girls' brain, you know, minors' brains are underdeveloped, they don't know. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Now you're just making fucking excuses for the motherfucker. For a motherfucker that said, oh, well, their brain is underdeveloped. Okay, bitch, whatever you say. Cool. All right.
Sex offenders will say to you, the children know what they're doing at 13. It's, you know, but sex offenders are famous for their excuses. Apparently there is an offender whose moniker is EDP 445 who tried to lure a 13-year-old. Well, he may or may not be a pedophile. Generally, he would not be, because the 13-year-old in this country at this point in history is probably post-pubescent. He is a child molester. He's a criminal. Who's someone who tried to take advantage of a child's naivety, innocence, and immaturity to meet his own needs, both physically and narcissistically. Anybody who does that is, by definition, an offender and a child molester, and not necessarily a pedophile.
My name is Brandon, and I am a pedophile. I'm attracted to boys starting at age 5.
People are so
Despite feeling attracted to children, I've never acted on it. I think what EDP did was wrong and harmful, but there are probably thousands, if not tens of thousands of people that are watching this that might also feel attracted to minors. And I want you to know that you don't have to follow the path of EDP.
Having sex with a child under 13 and another under 18 must sexually assaulted a minor known to him multiple times.
You think he sexually assaulted a minor? Rockland police say they took a call from a person earlier this week. Some 27-year-old registered sex offender and in contact with the at 1-800-656-HOME or visit RAIN.org. That's RAINN.org.
If you were looking at all the people that got caught for being a pedo on YouTube, EDP is at the top of the list. He is the face of being a pedo on YouTube. Like, if you think about pedos on YouTube, you're thinking about EDP 445.
He is a serial sex offender, pedophile, predator. He is a bad man. He is very entertaining to laugh at as being a pathetic loser, but he is, at the core, a horrible person.
He's never going to learn, you know? All you can really hope, the best advice you can give him is to be even stupider, and hopefully one day he lands himself in jail. Because that's the only thing that can fix him, going to jail.
So if I had to give EDP advice...
Well, it wouldn't fix him, it'd just protect society.
All things considered, I would say consider suicide.
If you were to take every man on Earth and put them in order of people I would most want to see have sex with my wife, all the way over to like the least, he's essentially going to be the last guy in line.
People won't remember him. What has he done to be memorable? There's pedophiles every day of the week.
There are a lot of words I can use to describe him, but if I had to pick just one, it's sick.
Dude has nothing in retirement. His assets are a joke. These are the finances of a mental child, let's be honest.
That guy's like a fucked up, insane retard. How the hell did he get in the documentary? Fuck. This guy has posted online about how he wants to have sex with minors himself. He's gay, and he's posted weird fucked up shit of like 15-year-old boys about like how sexy they are and shit like that. How the fuck did he get in this documentary?
Please leave the kids alone, that's my message. Leave the kids alone, please.
The man's brain doesn't fully function. He is, by all definition, mentally retarded.
Boogie cancer survivor.
Well, just my thoughts on EDP 445 and what he did. Just totally wrong. He deserves to go to jail. And there will be bad karma coming his way.
So, growing up, I love the villains, I love the bad guys. The story isn't complete without there being a fucking villain, without there being opposition. And it's wild because, like, everything came full circle, you know, and to a lot of people, to millions of people, you know, I'm fucked up, I'm a villain, I'm a piece of shit, I'm this grimy ass motherfucker who just doesn't give a damn about the fucking law. End-stage renal failure, man, got accused of being a fucking pedophile, and guess what, motherfucker, I'm still fucking standing, I'm still walking, we in this bitch, and we making it fucking happen.
Yeah, hopefully not for much longer.
Listen, man, it's time to have a great time, bro.
So I shouldn't be drinking this fucking shit, due to my dialysis and due to my kidney failure, but fuck it, I don't give a shit right now. I got my pills here. This shit is loaded in phosphorus. It could possibly kill me.
Good. Maybe you should do it
EDP
faster.
has a bright future. Once the world gets off this hang up that they're on, which I feel like is gonna blow over. So once that blows over, the sky's the limit with them. He can go as far as he wants to go.
What we filmed today, right here, right now, February 9th, 2025, is the greatest moment of my fucking life. Period. Nothing even comes fucking close. Yeah. Wrote this? Yeah. Hey man, as far as these chat logs go, I don't know who wrote this. This wasn't me though.
Yeah. This guy needs to not live anymore. Could still be charged until 2027. Well, that was a good documentary on a very bad person. Oh, what a piece of shit. Sam Harris, Democrats have a far left problem.
Of the heap. Now, what do you what is the underpinnings of this loss of trust in our institutions? Is it social media that rewards novelty, which is Latin for bullshit and conspiracy theory? It's just more interesting to think of what has created this level of distrust and erosion in our institutions?
I think it's that a lot. I mean, obviously, conspiracy theories and an appetite for them predates social media and it even predates the internet. But
I'll tell you what's caused distrust in institutions. The institutions are fucking retarded. Like, there's just no denying it. Society is kind of a joke and fucking stupid. And I think even dumb people notice that. It's just that they don't have the critical thinking skills to assess why or understand where it's gone wrong, why it's gone wrong, how it's gone wrong. But yeah, there's distrust in our institutions just because they are in fact fucking stupid.
But I think there's no question that the internet generally and social media specifically has supercharged all of that. I mean, you can find yourself in a algorithmically defined echo chamber wherein your cherished ideas are never disconfirmed now, and you don't have to meet the weirdos who are producing the best evidence for these fake claims out in the real world for them.
See, where does criticism of Israel become anti-Semitic?
You're a role model for me is you just are sort of unafraid to like call a spade or say, no, there's no both siding here. And I find that around Mamdani, I find myself thinking, well,
Nigga watched a whole hour 30-minute documentary about EDP, some irrelevant shit from 3 years ago, but we'll skim through something actually relevant from Sam Harris. Amazing level of retardation.
A lot of creativity and dynamism in the Democratic Party is coming from the DSA. They're very charismatic. They're bringing energy. I think a lot of this is the bed we've made. My generation has convinced young people that capitalism is cronyism. And we haven't done a good job of explaining to them that capitalism, when it redistributes income to the middle class and when it has a strong social safety net, actually works better than any other system. So I feel like we've stuck our chin out. And I try to find like reasons to acknowledge why so many people in New York. I mean, Mamdani, quite frankly, is popular amongst a lot of Jews in New York.
Yeah, like 30%. Yeah.
And then
30% voted for him.
And then I just can't help but look at, okay, he makes a point. There have been, I think, 10 or 11 people convicted by the International Criminal Court. And the only one who makes a point of arresting is the Jew. There are 4 Christians, there are 3 Muslims, and there's 1 Jew. And he's decided to say, that's the guy I'm going to arrest. And then when the white Christian nationalist commits an act of terror, he goes right to the ideology and that this is, Islamophobia. And then when a Jewish person is stabbed by someone screaming Allah Akbar, it's mental illness. It's not the ideology's fault. It does feel, and then the litmus test around if I'm going to endorse you is, well, how, I do think there's real legitimacy to the notion of being, not anti-Semitic, maybe even feeling Israel has a right to exist, but being anti-Netanyahu. I would put myself in that camp. But it always seems it breaches into, okay, the litmus test is how anti-Israel can you be before, are you willing to call it a genocide, which means you failed vocabulary in your English? And are you willing to, you showed up on October 8th for an anti-Israel rally, you got my endorsement. I mean, it just feels like it's politely, or not impolitely or whatever, however you want to call it, this does feel like it's spilling into just straight out anti-Semitism. Your thoughts?
Oh yeah, well, we're in the end zone of anti-Semitism. I mean, there's just no question. On the left, also on the right. I mean, I'm happy to both sides this, but to both sides this accurately, you have to invoke some fairly ghoulish characters on the right to to balance the level of extremity. I mean, so someone like Hassan Piker, who's the darling of progressives at the moment, who's actually campaigning with people who he got a call from Obama at this point. I mean, so they're the mainstream Democrats who can't figure out how to totally disavow this guy. He got endlessly happy coverage in the New York Times in the last 12 months. He was given an op-ed himself. He was given a profile in the style section. He was put on a podcast where he celebrated the joys of looting against corporations you don't like. He's certainly adjacent to Mamdani in everything. But when you look at characters like Hassan Piker and I would say Mamdani and certainly El Sayed, who's been signal boosted by both, and who may well become a senator, certainly seems likely at this point. On the right, you have to look at people like Nick Fuentes, or weirdos like now Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens, and people who are just lying as freely as they breathe and are explicitly demagogues and anti-Semites and committed to projects that we know are socially toxic. In some sense, in some very perverse way, horseshoe theory is real on this one topic of the Jews, right? I mean, this horseshoe theory, I think, can be exaggerated. I mean, this claim that if you go far enough left and far enough right, you start to meet people whose political convictions become more or less indistinguishable. On the Jews, that is certainly true, right? The Jews run the world secretly. They're wielding unearned power to the disadvantage of everyone we care about, and all the wars were created by them. And you've got Tucker Carlson and even Joe Rogan promoting Holocaust revisionists who say that Winston Churchill was a bad guy in World War II and he was misled by Jewish financiers and the Holocaust. It didn't quite happen. I mean, all of that is getting mainstreamed now. And if you go far enough left and far enough right, you're just meeting fabulous and conspiracists and weirdos. But the problem for Democrats, especially at this moment, I mean, you and I could talk for 3 hours about what's wrong with MAGA and what's wrong with Trump and why we want to course correct in 2028. The problem with Democrats is they seem to be getting ready to commit suicide by not clearly drawing the line, as our friend Bill Maher did in that last essay on Friday night, where pointing to leave the anti-Semitism aside, leave the marriage to Islamist, theocratic fanaticism aside. It's all too real and awful, but this is a communist organization, right? It's preaching the downfall of basically everything that has produced wealth and social order in our society for centuries at this point. And communism has failed everywhere it's been tried and failed in the most ghastly possible way. And these people are running as communists, and they're not even hiding it. And the Democrats, mainstream Democrats, I mean, people who are, the short list of people we could name who might be plausible in 2028 have not figured out how to.
Well, they're commies themselves. And another problem with Democrats is they're absolutely spineless. They have no moral backbone, and they'll just say and do whatever they think will help them politically.
Sister Soldier this moment. I guess the exception of Rahm Emanuel, however plausible or implausible you find his candidacy, he's the one guy who said, "All right, this is clearly bullshit, and we should want nothing to do with it." But still,
I can't help. I feel as if we've made our bed here, though, Sam. I feel as if the people of my generation have been practicing not capitalism but cronyism, and young people see all of this prosperity, which was supposedly capitalism that they were supposed to participate in. We privatized the gains on the way up. We socialized the losses on the way down to bailouts. We've spent an incremental $700 billion a year on seniors, an incremental $20 billion on children. Young families are struggling, and yet every day they get vomited on their phone 110 reminders that they're medically not shaping up, or relatively speaking, to the other people. And what do you know? Young people are conflating capitalism with cronyism. It feels like we had this coming, in that I'm sympathetic to the fact that this notion of capitalism that people of our generation massively benefited from, they did not. And we haven't outlined a true vision. And the Democrats did. The Democrats have been overrun. Taxes went down during Biden. The last 40 years, unprecedented prosperity, but the average 30-year-old is 24% less wealthy. The average 70-year-old is 7. I mean, I feel as if we've had this coming. And quite frankly, a lot of this is our own fault, because we're clinging to something that just didn't work for them. And now we're trying to dig our way out of a hole that we dug. I share your concern, but I feel like, quite frankly, the chickens have come home to roost. We liked capitalism as long as it was.
But let's be honest about where the biggest chickens are. I mean, now we just learned that you can pay, you or anyone like you could pay $100,000 a month to Trump to get early access to his Truth Social post to front run the market, right? I mean, if that isn't insider trading, I don't know what is. But apparently, it's legal, or it's legal enough for Trump to put a cash register on it, at least for this week. I mean, so the level of corruption in Trumpistan is something we have never seen in American history. I mean, it's like you and I could spend the rest of this hour just listing the things he's done to enrich himself by trading away the policies and institutions and reputation of our country on the world stage. I mean, just the tariff policy, everything. And he's made, he and his family have made now billions of dollars in the last 12 months doing that. It's yes, there's a both sides to this story too. I mean, I think Nancy Pelosi is one of the great stock traders of all time. So that's
up 600% versus Buffett at 300% and the S&P at 200%.
Right. So the scale matters, right? And we have to keep that in perspective. And we also have to recognize that there's for all the wealthy people being asked to pay more taxes, there's an understandable cynicism you meet first, which is what is the government going to do with show me the success story where giving the government more money has really worked in the way that you're hoping. And if you look at some of the wealthy, if you look at California, right, you look at the level of mismanagement here, it is easy to be cynical about the just simply dumping more money into the machine of governance because the governance has been so bad. We need, of course, in our brains, that's not an argument against taxation. That's an argument for good governance, right? We need competent people and good policies, and we need to find bad incentives wherever they exist and root them out. And so if the teachers union is stifling our ability to ever fire a teacher so as to improve the quality of the schools, well, then that's something that has to be dealt with, right? And you need Democrats who are willing to go against the teachers union in that case. So we've got this system of incentives, and in particular on the Democratic side, we have this coalitional.
So just in our remaining 9 minutes here, I want to go to a couple of the audience questions. So Anonymous asks, Scott, you're a self-described AI optimist. Sam seems more skeptical of the future. Sam, you've talked to both optimists and doomsayers. Like, where do you land on AI?
Well, I'm very worried that we're in precisely the circumstance that many of us foresaw and have been worrying about for more than a decade, wherein the incentives are such that we can't actually build it in a way that makes it likely we're going to not create some kind of doomsday failure mode for ourselves. I mean, we're in an arms race condition, right? And an arms race, it's an arms race in multiple directions. It's an arms race for all these companies against one another domestically, and it's an arms race among nations, right? So we're racing China, but obviously Anthropic is racing OpenAI, and under those conditions, we can't take the care I think we must take to be sure that we're not deploying something that is that could get away from us, right? I mean, so this is the issue. This falls under the concern of the so-called alignment problem, right? Once we build
Would one IU of growth hormone do anything in a hyper-responder with great genetics? No. That's probably not even what you produce in a day.
Intelligent AI, AI that is more. Arguably, in many ways, we've already built it. I mean, the LLMs we have are superhuman in so many respects, right? I mean, they fail in certain ways that are not.
Like, to put things into perspective, Dorian Yates, who's one of the most genetically gifted bodybuilders of all time, he was taking growth hormone. He didn't really notice a big anabolic benefit to growth hormone until he was taking 8 IUs per day. So that's when he really noticed a big amount of progress with growth hormone, and that's in combination with other anabolic steroids. So there's absolutely no chance whatsoever anybody would get any kind of performance-enhancing benefit from just taking 1 IU of growth hormone.
Not human and are subhuman, but for the most part, they're superhuman already. What they're not currently doing is improving themselves by themselves autonomously, so-called recursive self-improvement. Once we have AI that is building the next generation of AI so as to be better and better and better, and we have something like an intelligence explosion, then the question is, have we engineered that explosion in a way that can be durably aligned with our survival, to say nothing of our best interests? And there's a real concern that problem might not even be solvable, right? I mean, like, there are not many examples. This is something that Jeffrey Hinton, one of the patriarchs of this technology, has been saying. So there's not many examples of a less intelligent species living in proximity to a more intelligent species and managing to control it, right? And we are building something. We're building alien minds with which we will be in relationship, right? And if you're not envisioning that, if you think, oh no, it's not really a relationship, we can just turn them off whenever we want, well, then you're not really envisioning true general intelligence. We're building things that are going to be more powerful than we are, and we will have to be living with them. And it's a system. It's not it's not just. It'll be very clear if we're just talking about humanoid robots, but it's more than that. It'll be integrated with everything. And if it's not aligned, it's not. I mean, the general heuristic here, what worries many of us, is that there has to be more ways to build unaligned superhuman AI than aligned superhuman AI. Right? In the space of all possible superintelligences, one would expect that more of them than not would be less than perfectly aligned with our well-being across an indefinite future. In the same way that we're not perfectly aligned with the well-being of even the creatures we most care about. I mean, even dogs. I don't know if I gave you this example in any prior conversation, but I mean, just imagine if dogs had invented us, right? 10,000 years ago, let's just say that's what happened. And we became more and more powerful. But for the most part, it's worked out great for dogs, right? I mean, they invented us as their caretakers, and for the most part, we've been perfect caretakers.
It's worked out well for dogs.
Yeah, I mean, we've just...
Not too much interesting crap there. I think what I'll do is go to bed. Yeah, I've been kind of on a weird schedule where everything's been happening later. So I think I'm going to go to bed now, wake up a bit earlier, and then try to shift things towards a earlier kind of direction. So I'll try to get the workout stream out of the way earlier and then stream earlier tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got to train back and biceps. So I'll be streaming that in the afternoon. And then tomorrow night, you know, the usual, we'll react to stuff and maybe play some games. I gotta start grinding Battletoads again. But hope you all had fun. Big thanks to everybody who donated on Streamlabs. Really appreciate it. And I will see you all tomorrow and night.